Oh.
So we're live right now, man. Hey, welcome.
We're live?
To the room. Yeah, it just went live right now.
Nice.
Everybody's
We
been
live.
waiting
We
like
live.
they're waiting about 20 minutes.
We said
but
7:30, but
Yeah.
of course we start late every time.
it's all cool.
Oh,
It's all my fault.
So,
This
Richard
time is-
Santiago.
What's up?
I got Andy Kurtzankowski,
What's happening?
commentators, fighter, and the commentator, fighter also, but active fighter,
Yeah.
who called the fights at CageTitans and for Flow Combat. Came on my show to break down the card a little bit because I don't know the fighters well at all. You know, I know the headliners and a lot of, you know, of the New England guys, but there's a lot of guys coming in from out of town. A lot of fighters that are in town that I don't know. So, great matchups, great card for CageTitans.
It's about as stacked of a card as I've been able to look forward to since I started calling fights. It's been about a year and a half now.
Yep.
And, yeah, the first fight card we ever called was on 2 hours' notice. It was that quick. I didn't know
talked
anybody
about
was
that,
fighting.
yeah.
And then the more and more you get involved, this card, it's just, once some of these matchups were made, they're just big matchups.
Yes,
and
they
you know that, oh, that's a fight I want to see.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be cage side. And it's a week away. So, not even a week away. 3 days out, 4 days out.
Yeah.
Stoked.
3 days out.
And-
Weigh-ins on Friday.
One of the great things about CageTitans, what they do, they match up a lot of local guys against guys, local girls against girls. So it's a very big, you know, New England kind of. You got fans all in New England there. I mean, they get their out of state is there too, but there's big rivalries that they have at that cage there, Plymouth Memorial Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's Mike Pulver has been working diligently getting out-of-staters coming in to fight some of the professional talent that New England has, because the goal is we all want everybody to make it to the UFC. We want to be able to say, all right, I remember seeing that guy fight at Plymouth. I remember seeing that guy fight just locally, wherever. And, you know, so when it comes to pitting local guys against local guys, sometimes it's not the thing to do to get that there. So a lot of out-of-staters have been coming up. They
Yeah.
love fighting down at Plymouth. They
Yeah.
love fighting at Plymouth Memorial Hall. They love the Bradford Inn, the hotel that's
Yeah.
there, all the restaurants. It's a fight weekend at CageTitans. It's a whole weekend. It's not even just fight night. Between weigh-ins, the fights, the after party, it's all crazy. So
And it's all so close together, too, because Plymouth Memorial Hall's right in the middle. You got the hotel, walking distance. You got Tavern on the Wharf, where we do weigh-ins, we do the after party. You know, it's all in one spot, so it's all nice and convenient. And Andy, being our PR relations guys, he always takes care of the out-of-state guys coming in,
Oh.
and he's always there to take care of them.
Is that right? What you show them,
I
you tell them what's
say
going
it's
on.
every
yes.
weigh-in
Yeah.
I take off from work, I mark it all on my calendar, and I'm make sure I'm there all day Friday in case anybody needs a ride somewhere, if they need to go get Pedialytes or coconut waters or IV or anything that you know, just I've done that for the past couple shows and I really like it.
Excellent.
Just get to know some of the out-of-staters
Yeah.
before, because it's tough to really dig up the footage to watch them fight. You're pretty much going based on their Tapology page
Yeah.
when it comes to commentating. So I like getting to know the corners. I like to reference them by name. I like to, you know, just get to know the fighter and what they want said about them just during the filler commentary. Because once the fight goes on, it's easy.
Oh yeah, you're calling what you know.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
You just
what-
gotta get their names right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean. But you're a fan. You're calling it. You get to actually say it on the mic. Where you know us in the crowd are like thinking or saying. So
Yeah.
it's great stuff for you guys. You talked about when you were on the show, the podcast before, about how you guys get there early, and that's when you get all your material from these fighters you don't know. So then when you go on camera, when you're talking, it's like it flows, man, and it shows. I mean, you guys talked about you get big raves about where are you? You're pretty popular with the Flow Combat commentary.
Yeah, we're
right?
pretty big on Flow Combat. They've been telling us that, you know, CageTitans is pretty highly rated, and, you know, we're doing our best to, you know, bring the best product, you know, commentary-wise. And yeah, like you said, you know, getting to know these out-of-state guys that we've never met before, you know, the day before, you know, the fight, or even the day of the fight, you know, just to have a little bit of, you know, substance to what we're saying about each person. Because I would hate to have a out-of-state guy that I don't know, and then he gets a big win, and then I'm like, oh, like, I don't even know what to say about this guy.
I
You
didn't
know what
even
I'm
mention
saying?
his name.
Exactly.
You know,
So it's like, you know, we got to know who we're talking about, you know, because you never know who's gonna win.
Exactly, and
These guys aren't just being brought in to lose.
Yeah,
these guys
and
are good.
You want to pump them up, actually,
Exactly.
too. You want to give them play because, like you said, this is a big, big time for them coming into a, I don't want to say hostile, but it's enemy territory going there.
There's in any sport, it doesn't even necessarily just cater to MMA. There's always, probably less so in MMA, because you often have two guys traveling or girls traveling to a spot that's neutral to them.
Yeah.
But there's always an away team and a home team. Always is. There's always
Yeah.
a home crowd. So this is no different. This isn't the UFC level. We're pulling a pool of talent from the Boston area, and we're flying in out-of-staters to
Yes.
fight the best talent. And anything can happen in a fight. There's internal rivalries between gyms and whatnot, where the rivalry team might cheer for the out-of-state fighter. We have
Exactly.
out-of-staters.
Yeah,
that
I've
have
seen it.
cult
Yeah,
followings
yeah,
out
right.
here.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
There's a handful of out-of-staters that have a cult following
Yeah.
out here that they love seeing this guy or girl just step into the cage. They flew in from Wisconsin. Jay Ellis, Hurricane Jay Ellis, is
Yes,
such a
you
dude.
guys talk.
Fan
He's
following
fought like
out here.
everybody, and he's
And
that
he's-
guy that's
He's probably got
game
his toughest
all
fight
the
to
time.
date.
And you guys talked about just we're gonna talk about the card and stuff, but that guy, he puts it on you in the first. You were talking about the first couple of minutes. If I've seen him like some of the top guys
Yeah.
in the New England, he's given them a
He
run.
gave
That
Ryan
first,
Sanders the work.
I was there at that fight,
He
man.
gave-
I was like,
he-
holy
he
cow!
I heard I wasn't there, but I heard he dropped Lucas Cruz. That's pretty crazy. And like even with us, he had Joe Giannetti in a Darce. He almost tapped him. So I mean,
Yeah.
like that guy.
That's unreal because
And the
he's
crazy thing is, like we said, he's an out-of-state guy, but like every time he comes out, it's a standing ovation.
Yeah,
Everybody
exactly.
loves him around
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
It's
He's a nice
crazy.
guy. Very
It's awesome.
He,
Super nice
he
guy.
travels with his, basically his family.
Yeah.
Just him and his family.
Right,
Come
so-
here, and so he's like a hometown guy at this point.
Yeah,
But
Jay
we're
Ellis.
going to talk more about that
We
card
adopted
because
him.
you guys got a pro debut going against him. So correct?
No,
Not a
No.
Yeah.
You're talking about Montoya.
Montoya.
You're talking about
Montoya's
Montoya.
fighting.
No, Jay Ellis is from.
Oh, Jay
Wisconsin.
Ellis is from the area I'm talking
Jay Ellis,
about.
Jay Ellis is from the Bronx, but
Yeah.
he lives out in Wisconsin. He's fighting Peter Barrett. So he's actually got his
Oh, that's
toughest,
right. Yeah,
he's got his
yeah,
toughest fight
yeah.
that he's ever had.
I want to get to
Fighting
the Montoya because you
I
got
got the whole
that.
card
that
here if you wanna
other
look
guy.
at it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Montoya's fighting Antoine Caparotto.
And you guys
That's
talked
his pro
about him
debut.
making his pro debut.
Yeah, his pro
Yes.
debut against
Antoine's
Montoya.
debut.
And Montoya's he's that's the guy who travels with his family.
Yeah,
I always
he's a-
friendliest guy.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
always,
saying.
I always love like seeing
Yeah.
him. He always got a big smile, shakes
Yeah.
the hand, gives the hug and whatnot. He travels with
That's
his family.
And too, he's another guy, like obviously he doesn't have a professional win yet, but he's always brings it. Like he's always comes on
Yeah.
tough,
Yeah. All right, we're going to talk about the card, but we're going to recap a couple of things. We had CES last week.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was actually at No Boundary that we ran into each
Exactly.
other.
That's
You were
what,
like,
that's
"Hey,
what we
that's how
planned.
it came
That's
about."
when we planned this.
That's what we initially were gonna come in to talk about.
Exactly.
It's like I talk about CageTitans I think every day, and I
Yeah.
have to talk about it today
Right.
too, as much as I could yesterday, tomorrow, and for the rest of the week. But that No Boundary card was sick.
Yeah,
fun.
wasn't
That
it?
was
Lot
so
of
fun to go to.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was fun from top
So
to
much
bottom.
fun.
There was just
Yeah.
so much action. And of course, both our teammates won Mutino and Bandana,
Yeah.
repping the Bandana shirt right here. But it's something about Muay Thai fights. It's just stand-up action, nonstop,
Exactly.
just, bah, 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 just nonstop striking. I loved it. There were a couple fights I was on my feet, screaming. I was like, I don't know why names are slipping. It's
That's
far
right.
in
That
the
was
past.
a couple of
I'm
weeks
looking-
ago.
yeah.
Well, you went through. We had CES. We got CageTitans
Yeah.
coming. You guys are busy. You're everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a busy few weeks.
But you had Chris Montino had a big win on there. His second
One of the
professional
craziest
Muay
fights
Thai.
I've ever
Wasn't it
seen.
like, holy cow?
The look in his eyes
On
when he dropped him the first
my
time.
God.
He dropped him with a step-in elbow.
Oh, yeah.
Stepped in, caught him, dropped him. The guy was bigger than him,
Yep.
more experienced, older, and Mutino just doesn't give a shit.
No.
Can we swear in here?
Yeah.
He doesn't give
Never
a
what?
fuck at all. And the eyes that he had in his, he
Yeah.
just looked like an animal ready to just eat a meal. He just deadpan, hovering over him. I'm sweating cage side while cheering. And we were going Facebook Live, and we're trying to
Yeah,
commentate
yeah,
while
yeah.
going. And I'm just looking at this kid who I consider a close friend of mine,
Yeah.
a teammate of mine for years, one of the closest people to me. And I'm
So
just like,
prime.
who is this guy?
He's right.
What?
I had him in the podcast like
It's
3
just-
days earlier than that. He was like all nice and over there.
I
Just
was
hanging
scared.
out.
But
You just,
like,
oh.
people don't know the backstory to that fight. Like, on paper, the odds were so stacked against him.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Well, that
against
guy
the
had
fight.
what? Like over
That guy
30,
had
40
like
fights?
50
Yeah.
fights. Chris is not a 45er.
Yeah.
He's 35er. He can make 25. But Chris went into that fight. We went into weigh-ins. He came in at 142. Chris weighed in at 142, and then the Muhammad calls us up and says, "Hey, Sam's having trouble making weight. He's probably not gonna make it." So we're like, "Okay, like how heavy is he?"
Yeah.
Comes in. This guy is just shredded.
Yeah, he
not
was
an
a
ounce of
beefy
fat
dude,
on
man.
him. And he gets on the
boy.
scale. He was like 147 and a half, something
Yeah.
like that. So like, all right, guys, 2 pounds over. Like, we'll take the extra money, whatever. We'll take the fight.
Yeah.
And then I'm just thinking like, oh my God, this guy's not making weight. This guy's got way more fights than Chris.
Yeah,
like,
he's got he's heavy in the
so
fist right now.
I was nervous.
Like,
I was nervous
yeah.
the whole time, but dude,
he dissected
oh,
that
man.
kid, man.
Dissected's a great way to put it.
And just the throttle was
Yes.
down
Yes.
constantly. He just kept the
He
pressure
didn't
and
stop
pressure
going.
on that
Did
dude,
not stop
man.
moving.
And it was a showstopper, man, right there. And then you had Bandana in there earlier. That started
Yes.
like he
Yep,
was
yep,
like
yep.
the I watched his fight on the way. I was on my way there. You
Yeah, you
went
had to watch
live
on
with
my
that. I was
phone.
like, awesome.
Yeah.
That was good for him
Another
too.
good fight.
Great for him.
Bandana's another one of those kids. He's just got such a tremendous work
Such a
ethic.
good, tough
Yeah.
kid.
So,
Like,
one of the first times I ever met him, he's in the cage, sparring Jose Campos. And I don't
Jose
mean
Campos, heavyweight.
just
Big guy, yeah.
tagging each other. What they're
Going to war.
sparring.
Yeah.
And Bandana's this nerdy looking kid, 160 pounds soaking wet against this tank of a heavyweight. And I just see Campos land a 1-2 on him that sends Bandana's head back, and the eyes are rolling. And then he kind of looks off to the side for a second, and then he just goes right back in and just starts fighting again. It's like, that's a tough kid right
Yeah.
there. You can't coach that kind of toughness. You either have that or you don't, and Bandana's got it. So when he's been fine-tuning his skills,
Yeah.
the kid's shins are like freaking concrete corners, cinder block corners. Every time you get kicked by him, you feel it. You don't want him to check one of yours. He's such a tough kid, and he hits so hard. He's fun to watch.
Very entertaining in and out of the cage.
Yeah.
I have to, not the,
Out of the
cage.
cage.
He has an
Funny
amateur
guy.
fight
Out of
with
the
a
cage.
win.
Cage and the ring.
Yeah, he
Instead of
won.
both
He
now.
won a CageTitans for his
Yes,
debut a few
exactly.
months back. So
Yeah.
he's got to win, and that was his first Muay Thai
Right.
fight, correct?
So
he's got to win a win
1-0
for him.
1-0 in kickboxing, 1-0 in MMA.
Not BST.
And
Yeah.
undefeated in karaoke, too.
Oh, is that right?
Yes,
He's great at it.
hero.
Really? What's his genre right there? Is it everything or
Don't
is
forget
he
about
is
Drake.
he class? What is it?
Don't forget about Dre. You know that one?
No,
He
it's-
raps it.
Is it no?
It's like Eminem.
I've never heard the song in my life.
But he just
I've
makes
never
it his
heard it in my
own.
life.
He makes it his own.
Oh yeah,
Is
crushes
that
it
right?
up. He tears it up.
Crushes it. This
No
guy can
shit.
crush some karaoke,
Yeah.
too. This
He can. He has pipes.
You haven't seen- That's
sing.
I
awesome.
can't. He always talks to me.
Well, you're a drummer.
I'm a drummer.
What's your kind of? What do you like?
Me, I like a little bit of everything, but like far as drumming, I like like rock, like
Good,
classic
heavy
rock
stuff.
and stuff.
What do you sing at karaoke? Anything? What are you
I'll
good
sing
at? What do you think you're
whatever.
good at?
It depends. I've done a lot of like
Backstreet
we'll
Boys.
do Backstreet Boys and Bandana. We'll do that.
Awesome, it's all
Like
three.
I said,
So
we'll
it's a
mix it
fun
up. We'll
time.
do some
Alright.
oldies. I'll do a rap song. I don't care. I'll
You
do
gotta,
that.
you gotta pump me full of at least 5 scotches.
He
before
can
that
do-
it's all right.
he can do Sinatra.
Okay, that's what I
can do
bet you
some
could
now.
do.
I
Really good.
sing some
You can
French.
do Sinatra, not
yeah.
Holding the little glass right there,
Oh,
shaking his
I sing that in my car on the way.
That's awesome.
Every day. Crush it.
That's
I'll
awesome.
sing some Queen. I don't give a shit. I'll
Right,
sing
yeah,
anything, I
and
don't
he
care.
plays guitar too.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Well, a little bit, yeah.
The whole thing
Let's go
going.
jam.
So,
right
like,
now.
you got
Hey,
singers,
you know
you
what?
got-
Let's go jam.
I know we should bring
Yeah,
it.
let's go
We
jam.
got a band down the way over
I could have
there.
brought the guitar.
They're awesome. They're quiet today, but
I got a brother who's a professional musician, and he's the talent.
yeah.
He's the talent. I got the brains. I got another brother that's got the looks, but he's got the talent. He actually plays on a cruise ship. He's in Japan right now on a ship
Oh,
playing for a
cool.
bunch of rich people. The upright face,
Oh, is
having
that
the time
right?
of his life. He's a couple years younger than me.
That's good
Actually, it was his
stuff, man.
birthday yesterday. Burger, you're never gonna watch this, but happy birthday, Burger.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll cut that piece out and just send it to him. So, all right, let's get back to fight. So we had no boundary.
Yeah.
Bandana and
I gotta
and
say
Chris.
real quick, Mohammed and Fred Bellaton, Mohammed Hadafi, awesome show. That's such a fun
Yeah,
show
they
to
did a
watch.
great job.
I've been to 2 of them so far, just
Yeah,
with
good
teammates, but
matchmaking.
that's great matchmaking, perfect, and it's just a blast every single time.
And then we talked about how the place too it was in. It was nice. It
Melrose-
was dropped
Melrose
down.
Memorial Hall.
But then they had that area in the back where you could get food or you could get a drink, and it was like
Right,
a
yeah.
place to hang out and chat. But the fights, you could actually see the fights going on too.
Right. Yeah, that was nice being able to go outside and still be able to see the
Yeah.
So
really?
where I was at that night, that day, March 31st, I actually fell down a flight of stairs. That day. So I shit you not.
Were you
So,
moving somebody?
I was helping a buddy of mine
All right.
move, and I was hustling down the stairs, and there was carpet on it, and it slipped, and my legs kicked out, and it just on my ass went bump, 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 down like half a dozen stairs to a dozen stairs, somewhere around that. And I got up and started walking it off, and just the tailbone
That's it.
was on. It
Yeah,
just
we
it
talked
still
about
hurts
your
to
ass
this
hurting.
day. Still hurts to this day. Like I have to position myself to sit
Yeah,
comfortably.
you fall on your ass, man.
So thank God for that little area because I was standing watching the fights the whole time. I couldn't even sit in a fucking chair. I was,
Well, you couldn't, I mean,
I was sitting there in
Yeah.
pain and I'm like holding myself up and I'm like fuck this, I'm just gonna stand.
Well, you really couldn't sit. I mean, I don't think I stayed I think right just about to the end, and I don't think I sat maybe for like 25 seconds or so, but
Yeah.
there was so much going on, everyone to see. I mean, you see, Muay Thai people, but then you see everyone from the
Oh yeah.
camps
Yeah, it's
there
all the same
training. It's
camps,
all the
so it's-
same. It's great.
Run into
I love-
ran into a lot of good people. That was
Yeah.
a lot of fun that night. That was a lot of fun.
I love running into people. It's like just
And-
yeah, I love talking fights.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's my biggest thing. I
It's our
love
social
talking fights.
time.
I could
You know
talk
what I
about
mean?
fights for days.
Yep.
Fights and poker, and you
There
get
you
me
go.
going.
And
That's
karaoke.
it.
Or karaoke.
Karaoke.
All right, so, all right, move on for No Boundary. The following week, we got CES 49.
Yes.
We had major New England talent going
Awesome
on
card.
there. Great
Really
card.
fun card.
Great card. As far as, a whole, and the fan base was huge there. That place,
Packed
you look
always.
around, there was like people
Always.
standing
Yep.
everywhere. So, your take on that? You fought there.
Yep.
Got your first loss.
Yes.
We'll talk about that a little bit if you want.
Yeah,
But I know you're over it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're back to doing all this shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So we had one of your teammates on there, Jose
Yes,
Luga,
Jose looked good.
making another fight. I mean, what happened? What happened to his opponent?
So his opponent threw a leg kick, and I think hyperextended his knee.
Yeah.
And as he put weight on it, it made it worse, and his knee just kind of gave out.
Okay.
I don't know how bad it was. I don't know if he's getting surgery, but
Enough to.
it was
that's
bad enough
man,
for
yeah.
him. He couldn't continue
Yeah.
fighting. So, Jose, he looked good in that first round.
Yeah.
The injury happened in the second round, but W's a W. So Jose's
Exactly.
2-0 right now. So there you go.
Exactly.
And he looked good in the first round too. He was really starting
Yeah.
to dictate the pace of that fight. And I did notice at the end of the first round, his opponent, apologize for forgetting the name, but
Carlos Rodriguez.
Carlos Rodriguez was limping back to his corner.
Yeah.
I remember noticing that, and making a mental note. And he was standing orthodox. He landed a leg kick,
Yeah.
and then when we went back, he switched his stance. And then he threw a leg kick, missed, and planted, and was that
Do
was
you
it.
think something happened in the grappling or some kind of exchange
Could've
there
been,
when
yeah.
some kind of
You remember that random
Never
knee
know.
injury I've been dealing with, where it's posting on it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's I know that
That's it, yeah.
just a lagging injury that just the straw that
That's
broke
it.
the camel's back might have been you planting on it and landing a good leg
Yeah.
kick, and that pressure messed up the knee. And then you don't want to throw that anymore, so you switched it, and
Boom.
it doesn't really matter at that point. It was just
Gone.
too much and
But
gone.
that's all right.
Yep.
Sucks. It's part of the
We'll
game.
get a step
Yeah.
and win.
With the win.
No damage. He did pretty quick fight. So
No.
good for him. We had
Did you see Duma's fight?
Duma was
Duma's fight was ridiculous.
It was really.
Oh my
and
First time at
Duma-
135.
Yeah,
so
definitely,
he's
yeah.
Beast at 35.
His chin held up and his
Yeah.
power held up. That kid he
Yes.
fought
He hits hard.
might have had the best chin at 135
Oh,
I've ever
yeah.
seen, because Duma hits hard.
Yeah.
And Duma hit him. I've seen guys take one or two good shots and just eat them and like nothing. That guy took a dozen good, solid shots straight to the chin, right on the button, and just walked through him.
Yeah.
Unfazed. Didn't even back him up. So I was like, oh, Duma's in for a fight because he got dropped early.
Yeah, yeah.
Came back, started using his wrestling to really take control of the pace.
Yep.
And then when his strikes really weren't doing much damage, I'm like, damn. So it was
Yeah,
really,
he's got to fight. Yeah, he definitely got to fight.
But it took a few, but he finally hurt him.
Yeah.
And Duma just savage, got him finishing and just attacked, got the win. So
the
kid is so fun to watch fight. I've never seen a boring John Duma fight. To this day, it's still my favorite fight I've ever called. Is him versus Brian Rossi.
Oh my God,
it's
a
like,
war.
Anytime I see John Duma on a card, I know I'm there.
Yeah,
he's just too much.
Definitely.
Too much.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he has ugly but good fights, man. They're really good, man.
And nicest family too. I watched this fight with his dad. His
Yeah,
dad
yeah,
came out to me,
exactly.
started
His
talking to
family,
me, and
yeah,
then there's John walking out, watching his old man just like
his
cheering him on.
Yeah, his brother. I saw his brother. I got him his brother a shirt, so his brother like walked in with the parents.
Yeah.
And I said, "Where you representing?" And he pulls his jacket over. He's got my shirt on. I'm like, I said, "Awesome, brother." So yeah, and good for John. Third fight, third finish.
3-0, yeah.
Yeah, so good for him. Who else? We had Gary
Marquise
Marquise, big 5-0
Marquise
now.
was good too.
He fought Sean Mack. They went to a decision, right?
No, oh yeah.
But he was controlling that whole fight. Marquise did look good.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting Nate Andrews' twin, as they were calling.
Is that what they were
Yeah, they were calling. That's what meant. Yeah.
Did we talk about that Nate Andrews fight?
Oh,
Holy good Lord Jesus and Christ! Oh my God! What a
That fight was
nuts.
nuts.
There was stuff like they were throwing stuff
Back
all
and
over,
forth.
like,
Everybody was going nuts.
Wasn't
the
it?
whole crowd
wasn't
was
it crazy?
And they weren't just like baby momentum shifts, like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to land a combo, then you're going to land,
Yeah.
I'm almost finishing you,
Yeah.
then you're almost finishing
Yeah.
me, and then I'm almost finishing,
Yeah.
that's how it was. It was just near finish after near finish after near finish, non-stop. He had to gut that one out,
Definitely.
and it proved worthy. It was a great fight.
Chris Padilla was his name? I
Yeah,
believe?
Taco. Yeah.
Yes, Chris Padilla. He looked good, man. He cracked Nate early, I think.
Yeah.
And dropped him. He had Nate's back at one point.
Exactly.
Nate got out.
He had the choke sunk. He didn't just have his back.
Yeah, he had the choke.
Yeah, there was one. Yeah, there was one. Yeah, I was sitting with Eric, and
Nate
Eric's
got out
like,
of it.
"Oh, he's got it." He was like, "Oh no, he's out," and we're like,
I didn't think it was getting out. I thought it was over.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, Nate's done.
No.
Nate got Nate, what? He's peeling the hand back. He's out. He's out.
Yeah. It was awesome.
He got out. He took his. And then Nate got his back, sunk it in. He got out, and then he readjusted and got it back.
Yep.
It was like, oh my God, it was insane. The whole fight
Such
was
a crazy
insane.
fight.
Unreal. Good
That
for
was
him,
a
man.
really fun fight.
And he needed a fight like that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
definitely needed a fight like that.
And you gotta see. This is why I love fighting. You gotta wait an hour and 45 minutes to get that feeling.
Yeah.
In a basketball game or a football game or a baseball game, that last bottom of the ninth, that can happen at any point in the fight,
Yep.
and it can keep going for the whole fight. And that's why fighting's the best sport. Because I don't give a shit about a blowout in basketball. It's boring. A bunch of 7 feet tall people putting a ball in a basket. I don't care about freak 6'7" people scoring touchdowns. I mean, I love football. Don't get me wrong. Love football.
But it's not your
But
thing.
it's not the same
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
fight. I'm a diehard football
Yeah,
fan. But
definitely.
It's the only time in a sport where, from start to finish, you're getting that on the edge of your
Oh,
seat.
yeah.
Like this is almost over on the wire every time. Every punch thrown, every submission attempted, you're on the wire. And you only get that at the waning seconds of any other sport.
Yeah,
Totally.
definitely. And it's all through the card too. And it has its up and downs, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
get that massive fight, and then you get a strategic fight in between
Right.
here and there,
Yeah.
where it's just where the real diehard fan or we dissect it. We're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, understand it a little more, but it's
And it can-
entertaining no matter
At
what.
any level. It could be two debuting amateurs.
Yeah.
And I'm just as invested in it as if I'm watching Khabib take on a last second replacement in Al Quinta. Or someone who's as worthy as Tony Ferguson. Any matchup in a fight, anything can happen.
Exactly.
And it's always that intriguing.
Exactly.
So, and it never gets old, no matter what. You could book Tyron Woodley, Stephen Thompson 3, and I'm still going to be watching
Yeah,
that
exactly.
fight.
I mean,
I
it
don't know
could be
if
a
I
whole
watched
different
that
fight.
The first fight was awesome.
The first fight was
real.
awesome.
Let's
The
keep
second
forget
fight
about
was
how
so
the
bad.
second fight was
absolutely.
horrible.
Yeah.
But I remember being on the edge of my seat for a little while because I knew it could end at any
Yeah,
time.
something has to
And then I
go.
started taking a nap.
And then the
But,
third round, and then the fourth round.
What a
and then
fight
the
to
fifth
call,
round.
huh?
Those happen.
What a fight to call.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have done that one. That was tough. But
I remember, I think I tweeted after that fight, I went, no winners in that fight.
No.
But anyways,
Yeah.
the first fight was great.
first fight was awesome. I think that's kind of why I had that high expectation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how they sold
So.
sold the second
Right,
one. just like
exactly.
that.
But then again, if you're a champion and you've thrown a collective dozen punches in your last 2 fights and they've been 25 minutes apiece, you got something to work on.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, hey man, it takes 2 to tango.
Yeah,
Sometimes
exactly.
you have the right dance
I'm
partner.
just-
Exactly.
I'm just
You're
the
right.
biggest
You know,
tire
you're
would
talking
be
about that fight with Stephen Thompson. The second one was like, you know what I mean? Like they both came in with completely different
It's
game
more like a
plans.
chess match.
well,
at
And
that
then
point.
and then you get Damian Maya, who only wants to take it to the ground.
Mhm.
So
No. When you get
I don't
two
blame Tyron for that.
pure counter strikers going at it like that,
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. It's like when Nick Diaz fought Anderson Silva. I knew that was going to be a boring fight because I knew they're both counter guys.
You're giving Dave Jones a hot on, by the way.
I love Dave Jones.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Davy Jones, he's a savage.
Let's go, my boys.
I'll
They
never-
probably want to hear about Cage Titans, but we're gonna
Let's finish up
go
with
into you guys.
Yeah.
Who was it? Gary Belletto,
Gary Bledsoe.
Got cracked,
upset,
right?
Correct.
an
That was
upset. Broke his jaw in that. He
Yeah,
got his.
that's what I heard.
He
He
just
had surgery.
he just had surgery. I saw him on Facebook and stuff.
Mm.
His wife had pictures with him
Yeah.
with the baby. You
Yeah,
know,
that's too bad.
it's fighting, and
Right.
that's what he said.
It's a game of
His
fight.
his post the next day. Hey, what are you gonna do? It's
Exactly.
fighting. I got caught,
Mhm.
and you know, he probably could have fought, but he was done. He's like, I shut myself down
Yeah, he
when
knew
he felt
his
that.
he knew his jaw was broken.
Yeah, exactly. That's
So
it.
he wasn't gonna keep going.
Well,
No.
the kid followed up nicely too. and
Yeah.
The referee stopped it. It's.
That kid was explosive.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember blinking for that one. I didn't even see that punch.
Exactly. Exactly.
Jeremiah
It's like,
Wells?
Wow.
I want to say Jeremiah Wells. I'm pretty sure.
Was
that's
that?
who
I
he
think wasn't that like a late? Wasn't that a late?
Yeah,
late
he had a different
Him and,
opponent. I think he
Ho-
went through a couple
Jose.
different opponents.
They both had late opponents
Jose
coming in like
had
the
a-
last
had a
couple of weeks. I
change in
think.
his opponent as well.
I mean, Gary had momentum. I mean, that happens, man.
happens.
Shit happens. So, you know, he's got a broken jaw. How long's his fighting? How long's that take?
I don't know.
Long. That's like a, you
That's
know,
a
like a
big
bad
deal, though.
injury right there.
Yeah, for
Take
sure.
a while. I mean, he could still, you know, once it heals, he could still, you know,
Yeah.
do his training, but you can't get hit for a
Yeah,
while.
no,
So,
exactly.
so you know, spend some time with the
Yeah.
family, regroup, come
Yeah,
back.
you know, you just had a kid. So,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
What do we got? Curtis defends his
Chris
title.
Curtis,
What a fight that! I mean, that was a
That was a good 5-round
Jason
fight.
Yeah.
Norwood, that guy
that
was
guy's a
ripped
beast,
up.
was he not a beast?
Oh my
I talked
God.
to Curtis after the fight. He goes, you know, upstairs. He's like, that guy was so strong. He's saying that
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
was, you know, Curtis is very soft spoken and stuff when he
super
talks.
nice
I was
guy.
like, but that guy was a beast.
Jason
And he,
man.
just, and he just kept coming forward.
Yeah.
He just had a
No.
grain. He
Not
just
an
a
ounce of
block.
quitting him.
No.
And
His face was bloody.
Yeah,
up.
he got
he was getting teed off on, but he just kept eating everything coming forward. I don't think he got knocked down once, but Curtis started really piecing the hands together.
Yeah.
Especially in round 3. He was competitive in rounds 1 and 2, but 3 on it was pretty much all Curtis. But like I remember I was watching that fight with Loco Lobo, legend. And we're like, end of 3rd round, we're like, all right, this ain't going on much longer. This
Yeah.
guy was gassed,
Yeah.
and he's getting worked, and it's only a matter of time before he goes around. But he toughed it out. Toughed it out for the rest and made it through the 5 rounds. But Curtis looked great. Great title defense.
Another win for him.
Mhm.
Another defense for him.
It was a clinic.
Look,
he
he's
was-
like 19-5.
Yeah,
now.
he can't find. He couldn't find fights in between.
Yeah,
I know.
it's tough.
You know, he's trying to get fights, and you know, of course, he wants to go into the UFC,
gotta
and
go
he
to the
deserves
UFC.
to go into the UFC.
Him and Nate.
Him and Nate.
Yeah,
They both-
exactly.
they
Nate,
both
I
next.
would imagine that's Nate's next move. I mean, he's under great management. A
Yeah.
lot of them guys are in the UFC, and you know, going. So I would imagine something's coming from him. I just hope they don't give him like a late notice fight or something,
Yeah,
which could happen, but
could happen, but
he'll take it. Of course,
yeah,
he'll take
he'll
it.
take anything to get
The
thrown.
amount of cards the UFC has, and the amount of fights that are on all these cards, you know, it's global, of
Yeah.
course. But it's like when somebody cleans out something that significant and is fighting guys
Exactly.
all over the place.
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah. They got
how
enough.
many 13-1 guys
Exactly.
are there that have fought that
And with
caliber?
a fight
Exactly.
that just an Access TV highlight fight of the year candidate right there.
Exactly, and it's not like he's just smoking guys left and
Yeah.
right, and he's fighting. He's that was a great fight.
Awesome fight.
Why don't you want that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They got another card
Brings it
coming
every
in
time.
New York at
Yeah.
something Unica or something.
Yeah, Utica, June 1st.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Yeah,
out.
so I mean,
UFC and Utica.
You
That's
know,
Jimmy
that
Rivera
makes sense.
and
Maybe you
That
know,
works, yeah.
he's around. You
Big
know,
turnaround, but yeah, do it.
CS
For
is
sure.
going to New York too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and, you know, they can do some dealing. But
Oh shit, that's only like a month and a half away. I was gonna go to that Utica one, but
The UFC and Utica.
yeah, why not? It's only about a
Who's the
5 hour
main
drive.
event?
Marlon Moraes and Jimmy
Ooh,
Rivera.
that's a good fight. Moraes
It's a good
and
fight. It was
Rivera.
actually a pretty good card. I might be doing that because I was gonna go to Atlantic City,
yeah,
but that ended up not coming to fruition. I didn't
Yeah.
end up getting tickets. I was really excited to do that, but just been I'm traveled too much recently.
you're all over the
Yeah,
place.
so
already,
it's just
so.
it's just been much. But June, I do June 1st.
You took off right after No Boundaries somewhere, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yeah, I
you
left,
got a plane.
I
or
left.
something?
I left right after No Boundary, and I was back the day.
I saw you like on
CES.
Facebook. You're in another.
I was in Austin,
You know,
yeah.
I'm like,
and,
look
then
at this
I
guy.
was, and then I was back the day of CES.
Well.
It was just, yeah, I slept, I think it was. And then this weekend was CES weekend, and then there was
Yeah.
a UFC fight,
Yeah.
and I had stuff doing on Sunday. I didn't catch up on
Now
sleep
you're gonna
enough.
get ready for
And
Cage
then-
Titans. You were on the
Cage Titans
Cage
this
Titans
weekend.
Monday.
It's
It was
non-stop.
yeah.
Yeah, like last night, I think I got home at about 6:30, brushed my teeth, hit the bed, and I was out. I slept until
That's
like
it.
6:30 in the morning the next day.
Yeah.
I wake up at 3 in the morning to take a piss, and my phone's like, "Oh, you getting tacos? It's Taco Tuesday. Where the hell are you at?" Wait, no, I was out.
Is
that right?
Yep.
Cold.
That's awesome.
I wanted to take a quick nap, and then nope, that didn't end up happening. I was out stiff, so I'm finally caught up.
Hard
'Cause
work.
I know I'm not gonna
Juggling
be.
everything
I'm
over
not
here.
gonna be sleeping this weekend. It's just not happening.
No, it's not. You're busy. Like from
Yeah.
probably tomorrow and until the
Oh yeah.
the next day, Sunday.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Weigh-ins on Friday, fight Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
What time do they like you?
What time do you get there? Start
I
working
spend the
in
night Friday.
That's right. He stays over.
Oh, yeah, he's doing
I spend the night. I'm up first thing in the
I get
Saturday
there
morning,
around
whatever's needed.
Going in there, checking
Yeah.
out things.
I just, if out of staters need something, all right, fine. Put the cage together. Let's get that going. We got to set up. We do a fight day podcast.
Hey, that's Dan Dubuque.
Oh, he's gonna call in.
He
that's
wants to
right.
call. He's out of the gym, so I can call him anytime. I wanna.
Mike just messaged us.
Mike's not gonna be able to call in.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
we'll do
fine.
that.
We'll talk.
Whatever he wants to.
But I wanna. We're gonna end with
Yeah.
you.
Let's recap my fight.
All right, let's
Absolutely.
recap your fight.
I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think he got caught.
You
It
got
happens.
caught. All right, so
it happens.
it happens. It's
Yeah.
shit just like Gary.
All
Vee
three of
happens.
us
It
just
happens.
said the exact same thing.
You.
That's the thing too. Is like you get hit in the body. Like anybody can get hit in the body
Yeah.
and get their wind knocked out. You know.
And that's
all it was.
exactly what happens too. Like what did
Like
you
the
just
soul
say?
Yeah, it
Right
was, just,
in.
it was the toes just right
Yeah.
there. You know, I landed that like cross kick, and then I kind of was like, oh, okay, cool. I kind of got a little cocky, so
Yeah, for a
I
second.
threw a couple hands at him, and then he swung at me. He clocked me with a good one as I ran after him, and then I went at him again, and when I went at him the second time, he just timed it like right under me. He just stuck his toes right here, and I just right away I just couldn't breathe, and I went down, and then like right away I kind of popped back up like, no, I'm not going down. And as I popped up, he swung at me, landed a right hand. Then he sat me on my butt, and then by then, you know what I
It
mean?
was
I
already-
couldn't breathe.
yeah.
He puts the darce in, and by the time I'm like trying to fight off the darce, like it was too tight, and you know he threw me over. He had me curled up.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't getting out of it. It was just it just happened so fast. You know.
You're either a
Shit
finisher
happens.
or you're not. That kid was a finisher.
Yeah, exactly.
He knew he had
So-
you hurt and just was able to capitalize on it. Where you could be skillful, but you don't have that instinct
Right.
to just pounce when somebody's hurt. But he did,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
was
just
tough. So.
it's not a bad loss. It's
Yeah, it was a
just,
tough pill to swallow, you know. It's
Yeah.
just frustrating, you know, because I had such a good camp. You know, the weight cut was good. I cut a lot of weight to make 25. You know, it's
Yeah.
not easy for me to make 25.
Mhm.
And, you know, my diet was on point. I made the weight no problem. I rehydrated really well. Everything went great. Like, nothing could have gone any better, but it You know what I mean? Like, this is the game we play. Like,
Yeah,
it's just,
exactly.
it's just that one shot is all it takes.
Yeah.
And, you know, can't
Yeah, exactly.
I
I mean,
will-
it's MMA, it's fighting,
Nothing they can do about
and
it.
at this stage,
Yeah.
you know, professional, you're fighting.
Right.
You guys are fighting the
That's
best
the thing
of the
about
best
MMA,
around
man.
there, you know what I
Anybody
mean?
can beat anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not necessarily always the
crazy.
best fighter wins. I mean, the best fighter could win that night, but
Right.
as far as, you know, cumulative, anyone can win in that fight at any time. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? It's not always the more technical or the better fighter. Sometimes it just
And you
it
see
happens.
and
you know?
you see it in MMA because you got champions that are undefeated at 12-0, 13, 15-0. It's very rare, few and far between you get an anomaly like Khabib,
Exactly.
6-0.
26 and other.
But
Exactly.
you get champions like Robbie Lawler who didn't win his UFC belt until he was 25-10.
Exactly.
10 losses.
Exactly.
25-10.
Exactly.
And he was a coveted champion.
Sometimes you got to learn how to lose to
Yeah,
get to that.
totally.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Sometimes
it's,
you gotta
it's,
feel it.
it's just a sport that's forgiving of losses
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
you can
yeah,
lose.
oh, definitely,
It's
exactly.
not like you lose
It's
one or two
amazing,
and you're
yeah,
done.
yeah.
You could lose.
Yeah.
You could lose.
Yeah.
And still make it
Exactly.
because you learn from your losses. You adapt to them and
Yeah.
you keep pressing forward.
And you know, you
'Cause
come
I-
back and get a great win. You're right back in the hunt. I mean,
Yep.
you know.
Yep. Because I will say, you know, we've been roommates what about a year now,
Yeah, but you're
and we've been teammates for
5 years, 4 or 5
whatever.
years.
But I've never seen him so disciplined in a fight camp when it comes
Yeah.
to making weight. This is my impersonation of Richie eating vegetables.
I don't-
Cries.
I don't eat
Yeah.
vegetables.
Cries. You know, normally
Forced myself to eat vegetables.
Normally, it's the other way around.
Yeah, you're
I don't
talking
have the
about
Burger
that on the
King.
way in.
He's got the Burger King, and I'm eating the spinach and chicken. But today's a different day.
You're in a rush.
Yeah, I was starving.
Last
But
minute.
but he was so disciplined and the double sessions, and I wasn't as involved in this camp as I would like to be or normally am. I wasn't at the gym. I'm not going to credit or anything, but just seeing his discipline at home
Yeah.
was really something I was proud of. Just like, wow, he's taking it to the next level. He's stepping up his competition and he's stepping up his work ethic. Just not so much in the gym. He's always worked hard in the gym, but even out of it, you know, going to double sessions early, eating the right stuff, meal prepping. It was remarkable. So,
So
my 2 cents.
where did you come out unscathed? Everything's good out of that
Yeah,
fight.
I'm
You
fine.
just got all right.
Totally. It was just totally just, I got bumped in the stomach and he knocked the wind out of me. That was literally it. Like, I didn't like get rocked or anything. Like, he
Alright,
hit me
so you're
hard. Like, you know,
But not enough to
Matt's
shut
a
you
tough-
down
yeah.
from.
Yeah, Matt's a tough guy. He
fight,
landed
yeah.
some good punches for sure. And
Yeah.
then, from what I heard, he broke his hand off of my face. So
Nice.
he must have hit me hard. But I mean,
He'll be out longer than you.
Yeah,
You got to fight
probably.
before him.
hey
That's for
man,
sure.
if the cards go right, you could see me in a cage very soon.
Good.
So
Nice.
we're hoping.
So you're right back in it. So
I'm
you're
hoping,
right back in
I'm
the
hoping
camp.
for a very quick rebound.
Excellent.
I'm not trying to sit out for too long. This camp was too good. Like, I'm in too good a shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't accept that loss, so
Excellent.
I'm hoping to get right back in there, and just get that rebound
Well-
and get 7-1. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
Yeah, awesome, man.
It's in the works.
Awesome. We'll be talking to him. We got the beans here in the room
Always.
podcast. All right. Was there anything? We're pretty much done with that card, right?
Oh yeah.
Let me. Should I give Dan a call right
Go ahead,
now?
give him a call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
give
call
him a
Dan.
All right, we're gonna give Dan.
See what he's doing. Just make sure,
half of the main event.
Make sure-
Fighting
make sure
from
his
155
lawyer-
He's probably yelling at me right now,
Is
dude.
Is his lawyer there?
Dude.
His
Yeah,
attorney
so-
or
Oh, that's right.
consultants,
Yeah,
whatever?
you've been doing so many things with CageTitans.
He's in that.
Before we have him on,
Yeah.
the thing you've been doing, you've been having the videos with the fighters facing off together.
That's all him.
And
I
a
can't-
live, like a
face off.
live.
That was
like a
my
live-
idea.
Yeah.
So
Like that, it's a great idea.
I get anxiety. I can't do that.
Well, he's a fighter.
if you've ever
well, you have
yeah, I
too,
don't mind.
buddy.
I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
him right
You
there.
can- you know,
Yeah,
it's not
it
gonna-
doesn't bug me at
I'm
all.
not afraid of anybody. I don't want to get in between two people.
He's not
I hate that
afraid.
shit.
No, that idea came from, if you've ever watched HBO Face Off, where it's basically there's a big boxing fight. Max Kellerman will sit in the middle. They'll have the two fighters face to face, and they'll do an interview that way.
Really?
The way they do it, it's like 45 minutes, hour long.
Oh, okay.
Like, they'll get real in depth and get real crazy with it. I kind of brought that idea to Mike, and I was like, what if we, like, you know, because I mean, there's a couple fights where, like, there's some drama. And,
Oh my God, it's a
and,
lot of
like,
time. We'll
I
talk
want to
about some of
showcase that. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like, I want to
exactly.
show that off. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, give me this guy and give me this guy. I'll put them right face to face, and just
They might not make it to the cage.
I'll ask them the question,
Yeah.
the tough questions.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I'll get into
awesome.
it. You know, so that was kind of my idea. Yeah, they're all up right now. There's Jacobo Pito and Will Smith. There's Mitch Raposo and John Lassard. There's Dan Dubuque and Jimmy Manning, and they all
Trevor
came
Goody.
out pretty good. So yeah, Trevor Goodies.
And Marty
So
Naves.
they all came out pretty good. So that was a pretty
Excellent.
cool
That's
project.
a great
we did.
thing, man. Good for you,
Yeah,
man.
so that's
Yeah,
another
you're friggin-
promotional project we did with Cage
It-
Titans.
It's the ambition and the
Yeah,
drive,
totally.
creative. You're doing
Yeah,
good, man. It's
exactly.
fun. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's honestly that's another shout out to Mike's work ethic. He is a marketing genius. You know what I'm saying? Like he will do, like he does all those posters himself.
Yeah, I
He
can
does all that
imagine, yeah.
himself. So he's like his marketing skills are just on point. He does such a great job with it. He's such a workhorse.
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't
You know,
stop.
the,
You think
the
I'm busy?
podcast, the cake,
You think
Table
I'm busy
Titans
and I'm
all that
crazy?
stuff. He does a good job.
He just doesn't stop. If you think I'm not going to sleep
Yeah.
this weekend, he's
Oh,
tenfold.
Mike hasn't slept in a week.
Yeah, he hasn't
Sorry.
slept. Doesn't
Does
stop.
he usually go on
Machine.
vacation after a card? Or
Oh, he takes a week.
Does
He takes a
do
week
it?
off.
No.
He just shuts his phone
Yeah,
off.
He goes ghost
No,
mode.
never done.
He goes ghost mode.
People
He has
call him for
to, he has
challenges
to.
for the
And
time
honestly,
and stuff.
it's well deserved, man, because he
Oh
puts
my
on such a
God.
great show. It's
He
such an
works
eventful
so
weekend.
hard on fight week. Oh my God, we watched this guy on fight week. He's running around like
Yeah, I
crazy.
can imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's got, it's his promotion.
Exactly.
He's got fighters going to the UFC.
Yeah,
you know,
that too.
he's got he's got eyes all over him now, and it's just a great promotion.
I love
Good
being
for
a
him.
small part of it. I
Yeah,
really
definitely.
Yeah, I love
And you're gonna be a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there. You're embedded now.
Yeah, we're getting like bigger roles here and
Yeah,
there. You
good.
know, Mike's giving us responsibilities, so
Yeah.
that's cool. So
But-
we feel involved.
that's trust. When he
Yeah,
starts doing
exactly,
that,
exactly.
you
Yeah.
start becoming a real team
Yeah.
at that point. So
Love
that's
it.
good. Good for you
Love it.
guys. All right, let's give Dan a call.
Yeah, give him a call.
Absolutely.
You know,
Right.
glad
Yeah.
this isn't Skype because he's probably got like a friggin' dong on or something right now. with
Yeah,
that.
good.
He had the
Snapchat
he had
right
he had
now, I think.
Snapchat today.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
You know, I sent him a video. I
I've
sent him a
been
message
slacking.
today. I was eating one of those new donuts from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Asking him how his weight cut was going. I was friggin' licking the thing.
You're horrible. You're horrible.
Nice.
All right, let's see if he answers.
So, yeah,
I think
Dan
this is his
Dubuque, one
number.
half of the
Unless
main
it's a
event.
bill collector I'm calling by accident.
Fighting for the title.
That should be him right there.
That's cool. I like how you got that. And the camera's going to pick everything up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
they
it.
picked that mic.
Mike,
Pick up.
Mike's right here.
Perfect. Awesome.
Hello.
What's up, Dan Dubuque? Is this you?
Yes, sir.
How are you, big guy?
Good. How about you?
I'm excellent, man. I got Richie and I got Andy in here right now. Who you've already talked to Richie quite often, quite a bit. What's going on, Dan? How you feeling, man?
What's up, guys?
It's happening, Dan Dubuque.
Dan, I've been trying to, you and I have seen each other at a couple of events. I've been trying to talk to you a little bit. See how you doing, buddy. You got a big fight coming, man. What's going on? What are you thinking right now?
Just finished up training camp a few minutes ago, so I'm good. I'm thinking about taking weight and then having fun.
Now, you're fighting 155. Have you ever fought at 155 before?
I fought as an amateur. I fought a few Muay Thai fights at 155 when it was same day weigh-in, and that was a while ago. And then I just fought Aiden at 155.
Excellent. Yeah, it was was it the last card? Cage Titans card. You had a quick finish in that. Did you know that you might be getting a title shot? That might be happening after you get a win there at Cage Titans, or was this something Mike just approached you with?
No, yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't really expect to be, to be getting a title shot. I honestly don't even think I really deserve it at 55 or 45 for that. But I got it, and the best of it.
Excellent. Now you're fighting the tooth. Dan, you're like, you're a decision guy. You're fighting the tooth coming in with five finishes. What are you thinking as far as going against the tooth? He's a definitely 155, or he'll probably be the bigger fighter in there. But you're an active fighter. You like to stay in and out on your feet, and you got that Muay Thai. You got that stand up and very great on the ground. What do you think is the tooth is going to bring after you? Is this going to be is he going to be really thinking he's going to be pushing in that first round, or you think he might try to pick his shots with you since you're a seasoned vet and you're a decision guy, so you're a very smart fighter.
Who's the decision guy? Did you see my last fight? I made the kid. I did a TKO from 5 feet away.
Dude, he tripped up the stairs going into the
My
cage,
man.
brother.
I fucking knocked him out from 5 feet away. I'm not a decision guy anymore.
You didn't even knock him down, you stared him down.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, I think I imagine Jimmy. I would assume I'm going to have some better cardio in here. Jimmy's a little older, and he's never even been 15 minutes, let alone 25. So, and he finishes people. He does his job. So I imagine he's going to try and get that fixed in the first second.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah,
what
so-
are you thinking about that? Because you talked about Cage Titans on Table Titans that Jimmy, he's aggressive in there, man.
Finisher, for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, Dan, how do you feel about fighting 5 rounds now?
I'm looking forward to it. I hope it goes to a decision. I want a chess match. I love that little fight. I mean, like I had said to Rich when we did the face off. I mean, people dream of a 10-second knockout. I don't train too much to get a 10-second knockout. If they have, I'll be happy. I'll take the belt. And at some point, I'm going to need those on my resume. I guess I'll go anywhere, further, UFC or whatever. But I mean, 25 minutes, a war in a chess match, up, down, ground, strike. That's what I want to do. I want to have both of us showcase our skills.
Yeah, that's it's clash of styles when it comes to the results on paper, but there's no doubt in either of you guys' heart or skill or the work ethic that you both put into this opportunity to win the gold. It's definitely one I'm looking forward to calling. It's like you say, chess match. And I love calling chess matches when I don't know what's going to go on, when I can't predict it. And so I never have favorites. I never pick who's going to win the fight. And a lot of times I just don't like to voice it. But this one's a true close one. I love it. I love it. I love it. Only a couple days away, and I'm just looking forward to it. I know I've run into you a couple times, and I know you've worked so hard, and you've got a great camp behind you, same as the Tooth. And I don't even have any questions at this point. I'm just looking forward to this weekend. I can't wait.
I want to bother him a little more.
You go ahead. It's all you.
I finally
I'm looking forward to hearing the commentary after the fight, win, lose, or draw. I like how both Richie and Andy, they both get so excited during the fight. It's really cool. See, they have so much emotion. They're calling the fight, and that's awesome. They're so passionate about it.
It's the best sport in the world, and the fact that I get to see it cage side, I get to smell the blood, I get to hear every single punch that lands. It fires me up. I don't know if you can tell.
That's awesome. Now, Dan, you're fighting at 155. You've been fighting at 145. What made you go up to 155? Is it just something you wanted to give a try?
Gold.
Well, yeah.
Hey, you want to fight for a title? Yep.
Right. No, mainly it was the holidays. I fought 4 years in a row for the holidays, and my birthday falls in there. So it's Thanksgiving, my birthday, Christmas, New Year's, and something I like to drink. I like enjoying myself. So I like to eat.
My man.
To sacrifice that the whole time, 4 years straight. This year I said I'm going to be up to, let loose on the diet a little bit by 55 for reality. And I was hoping actually to get a little bit easier of a fight for reality. Joe Cup said, hey, Joe Giannetti, and I was like, oh, all right, well, fuck it. I never say no to anybody, so I'll take it. And then, he obviously made the Ultimate Fighter, which was good for him. I'm happy for him. It didn't end up happening. It ended up getting a replacement. So that's all it really was. I wanted to eat through the holidays this time. And then, and Mike off to the title. But whether I win or lose this time, I'm going back down to 45.
Oh, awesome. Dan, I've been following you a while. I've seen you fight for reality. You had that great fight with Max Barrett. Was that was a CES? CES.
That was the
when,
CES.
when you fought, that was like a November 4th or 5th card.
Day before we started
Yeah,
coming.
and that was a great fight. And watching you, I seen you at fought at reality where you lost a decision, but I think you actually won that fight in my eyes. Then you had a couple of fights kind of fall through, an injury, and then you fall into CageTitans' hands where it seems like you got a kind of a rebirth. You got a home right now. You're fighting for a title. So what do you could have a 155 pro strap around you. So what are you feeling about this CageTitans opportunity? Was that your first CageTitans opportunity fight for them last card?
No, I fought.
Oh no, he was the AMI guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was the amateur champion there.
That's
too.
right.
I love Mike Colt.
Yeah.
He runs the best. He runs the best show from the lead up to to fight night. It's like almost up to the UFC how he does the media day things, and he just has a lot to offer other organizations don't. And that's not a knock on them. Above and beyond, but what's necessary, I guess.
Well, excellent. So we got 2 more days until weigh-ins, and then you can have all the cookies and eat everything you want after that.
Not true.
Not true.
Not true.
What?
Not true.
What do you?
Any real professional is not going to get off the scale and start shoving cookies and pizza.
No, that's
it's crazy
yeah.
when people do that.
No.
My days.
I meant after the fight.
No, but you know what's crazy is that still a lot of people do that, and I wonder how the hell do they like perform at the best level on fight night? Because what I mean, like I stick to the same diet. I just eat a little, a lot of people, some guys stuff eating whatever else, crazy. But no, I'm looking forward to eating and drinking and partying, I guess.
You're gonna be crushing it at the after party at Tavern at the Wharf after Saturday night, huh?
Yes, sir.
I love it.
All right, anything left for him, or is that it?
I got no questions.
Hey, Steve, good. Steve, what? Just say my last name one time. If you get this wrong, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. Say my last name.
We went over this, Steve.
Yeah, it's Dubuque.
All right, good job. That's literally the first time he's gotten it right.
I know. Hey, listen,
First time.
Dan. I asked them before we started. I said, "How do you say his name?"
I felt like I was like giving a kindergartner flashcards to see how to spell cat. It's like
I've been talking to him for like a few years now.
Yeah.
too, and
guess he got my last name right.
Yeah.
He got my last name right on the first try with no coaching. And he was messing yours up.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, Dan. I'll be seeing you that night. I'm friends with you and the Tooth, and it's a real special fight for me. To see you guys go at it, and for a belt at that. You know what I mean? So, do your thing, brother, and thanks for the big show coming on Saturday night.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
See you Friday.
See you in a couple days, man.
Yes, sir.
Take care, brother. I forgot he was all over CageTitans as like an AMI and stuff.
Yeah, he fought Manny,
Wow,
too.
man.
Yeah, he to a decision, correct?
Yeah, one
Him and
of
Manny went to a decision.
Unbelievable.
the 2 guys Manny didn't get a kill against.
That's unreal.
Him and Sal Almeida, that's it. Everybody else he's gotten the kill. So that's how good Dan
That-
Dubuque is.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Manny's a killer. Finishers. It's,
So,
I see a finish as a kill. It's,
so decision or finish in this fight?
This one,
Yeah.
I could see this going 5 rounds.
Okay.
I think this is such a it's such a good matchup. Like stylistically, Jimmy's obviously a finisher, but I just think that like Dan and Jimmy just match up so well, like skill wise. I feel like it's an evenly matched fight. I feel like this is probably gonna go 5 rounds, but I don't know. We'll see.
so on paper, they each have their advantages, they each have the disadvantages, but one thing that they both have is the heart. And
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's
And
just
Dan
gonna
is just
clash.
so
It's
hard.
gonna be a fun
They're
fight.
both great, just real great guys.
Oh,
too, you know what
guys.
I mean?
I love
Great
both of
guys.
them,
and
man.
here's the thing: like if I'm Jimmy's coach, you got to know that Dan is such a he's never been finished. You
Durable.
know, Manny couldn't finish him. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go into this camp saying we got to take this guy out in the first round, second round. No, we got to expect to not finish him. We got to expect to go 5 rounds.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm in Jimmy's corner, I'm saying, don't try to blow your load trying to get that finish because you might be in for a 5-round war. But,
Yes.
anything can happen in a fight.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So many great matchups on this one. It's just all the amateurs and the pros. The amateur title fights.
Amateur title fights are awesome.
All 3 of them have a story of their own that's just tremendous, and those are ones I'm really excited. So many 5-rounders, and I kind of part of me when it comes to 5-round fights. Part of me wants them to. I love calling finishes. I love the shock of a finish, just it coming out of nowhere, a knockdown, and a submission, the setup of it. I love it, but I also love calling a good war that just goes the distance. And there's 4 fights that are going 5 rounds, and there's a lot of fighting to call, and I love it.
Now,
So
let's
that's one
talk
thing I'm
about
so
that,
excited
since these are the big fights right
So we
here.
got the
We'll get
flyweight title, we got the bantamweight title, and we got the welterweight title.
So let's start with the flyweight. That's Mitch.
Mitch
Raposo.
Raposo, John Lassard, and
big-
here's one where you got the young phenom of Mitch Raposo. I don't care about that shit. I don't care about what goes on the stage. I couldn't give 2 shits less. I care about what's going on in the fights. All the theatrics behind it.
You
all
had
that
you're
stuff.
in the middle of them. That chick get
I want to see a fucking
Jabbing
fight.
at
I don't give a shit. I don't care about who's got the better disses. If I want to see that shit, I'll go watch what's that the freaking guy from that '70s show that show he had for a year on MTV back in the early Yo Mama jokes whatever.
That show was funny.
Yeah, it was great. If I want to see that shit, I'll watch that shit. I want to see a fucking fight. I want to see who's more prepared to win in the fight.
Yes,
And you got
I
Mitch
agree.
Raposo, who's the young phenom,
Yes.
19-year-old kid who everybody's raving about, and 3-0. He's looked sensational. He's looked dominant, but not aggressive enough yet. Let's see if he can really bloom into that. Just take it to the next level of aggression and see what he can do. And then you have John Lassard, who doesn't have that phenom momentum with him, but he's got a little bit more experience. He's experienced losses before. He's taken it he didn't expect it, the title shot.
Yep.
He says that he doesn't deserve it. So what that means for me, he's got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose at all. He's older.
He's been fighting since 2013.
Yeah, they
so,
talk
right?
about old man strength. It's a total thing. I'm not saying John Lassard's an old man. He's only 29, 30 years old.
Yeah.
But Mitch is that young.
Yeah.
And that comes into play.
Totally.
It's just an X factor. It's Mitch is definitely the favorite. There's no doubt about that at the batting odds.
18?
18 or 19 years old.
18 or 19.
Yeah.
Holy
He's not
cow.
20 yet, I know that.
But the betting odds are they're definitely in Mitch's favor.
Yeah.
And there's no secret about that. But you can't count John Lassard out.
No.
Didn't
You
Lassard
cannot
have a
count him out.
finish his
He
la-
said-
his
he
fight-
did.
his
He
fight
finished
in
Carlos
his last fight?
Vespasiano.
All right.
Vespasiano's
Vespasiano's
a
beast.
He
legit
trains
guy
at,
at Judico. Trains at Judico.
Lassard.
Lassard trains at
Red Line.
Yeah, he trains at Red Line with Don Chinas and
Kin.
all them
Kin
Kin.
One.
Lassard.
Yeah.
And they've been in
Or-
fight
yeah.
camp. They've got a lot of guys fighting.
Yeah.
Colbo, Don Sheenis.
Yeah,
It's like how many times?
There's 5 guys.
It's
on
how
the
many
Yeah.
times does that
It's
really
the whole
carry
team,
momentum?
yeah, definitely.
When a whole team's
And they're
got
all
fight
in
camp
training
going.
camp together
So
too. So
yeah,
you
everybody's
can't
training.
you can't count John Lassard out. It's
Nice,
such
yeah.
a great matchup.
He's an experienced guy.
That's yeah. You I've babbled on about it.
Yeah, you're in that
I hate my
position.
own
What do you
voice
see?
now.
Yeah.
I've known John for a long time. We go pretty way back. We used to train at a camp called Y Crew in Boston, and that was when he probably only had his first or second AMI fight. I was probably on my second or third AMI fight, and me and him used to go to war over there. And then he ended up at Red Line, and he took some time off. He got back in there. He came back. He fought Josh Meehan. He ended up losing that one. Then I believe he's won 2 in a row now. Beat Carlos Vespasiano. So I mean, this kid, he's been around for such a long time. I know Mitch. I know how good Mitch is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you firsthand, he's a beast. But I can honestly say, do not sleep on John, man. That kid's a beast. I know he's good.
And I know Mitch isn't sleeping on him because Mitch is a powerhouse work
and
ethic.
Mitch is
He
coming from
knows
a
it,
great
but
camp.
I'm
He's
saying
coming-
more
he's
just
got great coaches.
Yeah,
so.
he knows he has to
Yeah.
have his best fight.
Absolutely.
I mean, no matter what.
Absolutely.
Not only, he's he's got to look good
Exactly.
if he wins this fight for his next one. I mean, you got to go in there solid and.
Me and Andy
what
were
you
pretty critical on him last time, so I feel like he's gonna turn it up.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's
And what on his last when you call his last fight?
Yeah,
or-
so we basically we're just saying that like Mitch is winning, but he's not doing anything crazy.
he's controlling the fight
Right.
and he's dominant,
not
but
trying
he's
to go
not
for the kill.
he's not
Yeah.
going for it. He's
Right.
not just taking, and it's fine. This is what an amateur.
fine if you
This is
ask,
what an
you know.
amateur fight record's for.
Yep.
You're 19 years old.
Yeah.
And you've got all the skills. And how do you just tweak it just enough to make people go, wow,
Yeah,
on
exactly,
fight night?
exactly.
And it's like, because we're diehard fight fans.
Yeah.
When you time a double like that, with the strikes
I love
and the
it.
footwork,
It looks
that
beautiful.
wows the hell out of me.
Yeah.
That wows the hell out of me. I watched, I don't think I've gone 2 hours without watching some sort of fight footage since I was like 10.
Yeah.
That's how much of a fan I am of just any combat sports. So when I see stuff like that, that wows me. And when it comes to getting the crowd on its feet,
Yeah.
you got to take it up. So I think this fight is the perfect fight to happen because it's a tough enough test where he's not just gonna. He hasn't fought an easy fight yet. Mitch hasn't. But this one's for a title.
Yeah.
It's against a really damn good guy,
Yeah.
John Lassard, who's going to test him, who's got nothing to lose, who's
Yeah.
got the experience, and it's going to be a great matchup when they do meet. Now, I know I'm always like saying I don't like the banter back and forth, and that doesn't get to me.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing, and this is we're done talking about this fight. Jacobo Opito cracks me the hell up with his characters that he's been coming up with when it comes to the fur coats, the hat,
Now,
the
who's this-
glasses.
the
he's
champ that he gave the belt away.
vacated 125.
He's
and
John's
going
training,
up to
John's
130.
training partner, right?
He's going up to 135 to take on Will Smith, who's another savage and a half.
and he's
Segue.
busting his chops. He's doing Will Smith.
Yes.
He's doing the fresh.
He said he was fighting Carlton.
And see, that's. I mean, Will Smith. I mean,
So that's the bantamweight title.
yeah, Will Smith's got a. He's probably had those jokes since he was like 3 years old.
Yeah, I'm sure
about
he
Will
is.
Smith, but great guy. I've only met him a couple of times, but he's a super nice guy, and I've seen him fight a good handful of times. I remember him fighting
He hasn't
Warrior
fought in 2
Nation.
years.
I remember seeing him fighting Warrior Nation.
Yes.
Then he fought Chris Mutino at CageTitans 24 about 3 years ago, and then he fought since.
fought since.
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Oh wait, no, he fought at Reality.
Yes.
and he got a win.
Yeah. Yes.
Will Smith's from
Uh,
FAA.
Dan
F-
Dubuque's team.
Dan Dubuque. Yeah, he trained.
Or
Yeah,
Golden Falcon. Is he
Golden
Golden
Falcon.
Falcon?
No,
Okay.
Golden Falcon. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
that's
where
Dan's
he
thing.
He
Yeah.
trains with Dan. I know
Yeah.
that.
He wasn't he at No Boundary? I
Yeah,
think
he was.
came
Yeah,
in
he
with
was
some-
there.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, him. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
I
he showed up,
I remember.
yeah.
I remember because I saw Jacobo and then I saw Will Smith.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, the bantamweight's here.
That's so great, man.
But yeah, that's an intriguing matchup because Jacobo, I remember seeing his fight live and thinking he shocked the hell out of me. I didn't know who he was
Yeah.
when he was fighting Josh Meehan for the title.
Yep.
But the striking clinic, the timing on his kicks, the
Oh, man.
punctuation on his
Fight IQ,
combinations,
everything he did in that fight was beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And you
Beautiful
know
game
that he's
planning.
a smart fighter.
Great
and
game
Will
planning.
Smith is just, he's an athlete. He's so athletic. He got
He's
that
a
bulldog mentality. He's a
35er.
huge 35er, and he's good everywhere. He's just solid all around. And he can get in your face, he can fight at a distance. It's an intriguing matchup. It's fun. And I don't care for any of the show business, the banter back and forth.
Yeah.
There really hasn't been too much of that in this one.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I love the costumes that Jacobo's been putting on. He's
Jacobo's
been
just fun,
cracking
yeah.
me up.
He's
He's
hilarious.
hysterical. Love it. I love it.
He's so smooth too, isn't he?
Yeah,
With his-
laid
with his-
back, just oh man, I love that kid. So it's gonna be a good one. It's another fun matchup, and it's the right matchup at 135 amateur.
Great
I mean,
matchup.
Jacobo wanted to jump up to 55. This is how much of a savage he is. He wanted to jump
He
from
wanted to
25
fight Chris
to
O'Brien.
55 to fight Chris O'Brien.
O'Brien was on the show. Yeah.
On Monday.
He's
yeah.
he's awesome, by the way.
I love him.
Like,
Yeah.
like his insight and
Man.
just talk, and he's funny
Love
as
that
shit too. Like you guys
Love
are having
that
a great
kid.
time
Yeah.
over there. Good guy.
I love that kid.
Was he at CES?
Yeah, he was at
Right, Yeah, I
CES.
saw him
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Right.
Yep. Awesome dude. If you ever
yeah.
get the chance to meet him, just
Yeah, I
go. He's the
definitely
friendliest
will, yeah.
guy in the world. Just go right on up and say bearded dragon.
Seems like a hell of a guy, like,
he really
yeah.
is.
Such a good guy. But then so then we got the welterweight title,
The rematch.
which is a rematch. So that's Trevor Goody
From
from
Lozanne's.
Florian's.
Florian.
Florian.
And Marty
And
Naves.
Marty
is
Naves
from
from
Lozan.
Lozon.
All right, so you got two big camps right
Yes.
here going at each other.
And they fought before.
Fought
And
before.
this is Navis's. if you want to put the brain of a fighter into somebody, you want Marty Navis' brain. He's just a fighter. He just wants to fight. That's all he cares about.
Tough dude.
Tough, durable, just mean when he needs. A nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy, but he just fights mean. He
Yep.
just has this demeanor in there, and he's not many people get that vibe coming out of them when they step in there. Marty Navis does. He just wants to finish. He's got big power. He's got submission skills, solid wrestler, and just a tough, gritty kid. And then you have Trevor Goody, who's got
6'7".
Yeah,
he's got the
tall
IQ to go with the build.
Yeah.
And he's always giving guys problems. He doesn't have the
Tallest guy
dynamic
in the world.
finishes. He doesn't have, but he's got the finishability.
Yeah.
He can finish guys. He just hasn't yet. It hasn't just, and nobody's been able to solve the puzzle yet. Marty came close, but nobody's been able to solve that
Yeah.
puzzle. And he's getting, and you got a smart, tough guy like Marty Navis getting a second chance to solve a complex puzzle
Yeah.
like Trevor Goody. And Goody knows that just because he won last one doesn't mean he's going to
Yeah.
win this one. And he's been training to make adjustments for the adjustments Marty's going to be made. It's a chess match. I see this fight playing a million different ways in my head. I just can't wait for it to happen.
Excellent.
So-
How tall is he?
6'7". At 170.
At 170 pounds. And the crazy thing is he's like.
I
he
saw him
fought at
training with
160.
like I saw him like scrapping with Shayna at
Yeah.
Red
Oh
Line
my
a little
God,
bit.
I
Like
can't
what?
even
I was like, holy cow!
You ever seen
Wow.
Kevin Hart stand next to The Rock?
This is, yeah.
It's like,
I mean, that must be a
Yeah,
major
that's
problem for any fighter going
for
against something
anybody.
like that.
and it's not so much even just a problem with the reach from just sticking that jab out there, keeping the teeps on the ground.
Yeah, he's
I've seen
really
him
good.
take someone's back. I didn't know someone could take
From
the back
guard,
that way. He's just
wrap
like from
around,
guard, and next thing you know, he just
Oh, reach
gumbies around
yeah.
him,
Yeah.
and he's got his hooks in.
Slithers
So
around.
long.
And he uses it so well. I love it. It's such a fun matchup. It was
Well,
a
the
fun
first
matchup the
time-
first time.
And it was the first event we ever called. It was
Him
the
versus
first
Ross
time I
Denner.
ever saw him fight. And he fought Ross Denner, and I just remember thinking like he was in the guy's guard and would just like wiggle out and have his back. It was the craziest
How's
thing I've ever
this?
seen.
He's in. Ross Denner is in Trevor Goody's guard, and Ross Denner's throwing these punches, and he's ripping. And then Trevor Goody's throwing hammer fists from his back and landing. It's like,
Yeah, it was nuts.
I got a bunch of him on my Snapchat when I like him fighting.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
he's aggressive
And he's
too.
tough. He's got a
Aggressive.
chin. He's been clipped.
Yeah,
A few people have clipped him. He's got a chin. He rolls with punches well. I mean,
and he's from Florence.
Florence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See that I'm learning
Florian
like, all,
versus
all these
Lozon.
people from all these new fighters, not new fighters, but I'm getting to know CageTitans a little more through you and
sure.
going to the shows, seeing
see,
these
and,
guys.
yeah, it's like I don't know the CES roster
Yeah.
back to front like I do Cage Titans. There's no work for him, but it's like I still fight.
Yeah.
I don't care who
Yeah,
it
it's,
is.
exactly.
You can just pick two
Exactly.
people out of the crowd and say, all right, let's fight each other. And if they're
Yeah.
just fighting,
Yeah.
well, I hate personal shit. I hate seeing a bar fight.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, listen, we can talk this out.
Yeah.
We don't need to do
Well,
this.
you
But when it
understand
comes to
the game.
competition, I love seeing it. I
Exactly.
love seeing it. There's just nothing like it. Better than any other
Yeah,
sport
if
alive.
I don't know the fighter, I'm with enough people around me. Like, who's this dude?
Could-
Oh yeah, he trains with someone. He's you know. He's, oh no shit!
Yeah.
It's like everybody knows everything,
Yeah.
so you get all the info, man.
Mhm.
So
So I don't even need info. I just need to know that they're punching each other, trying to strangle each other, and I'm in.
you gotta so
Another interesting one.
what's that?
So, well, no, what were we gonna say?
No, I was gonna say any more title
Um,
fights that you got
So
there.
that's the 3 title fights. We already talked about the main event, right?
Yeah, and then we talked a little bit about Peter Barrett and Jay Ellis, the co-main event.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
the co-main.
Yeah,
Peter Barrett's just savage.
Yes.
Jay Ellis is the traveling journeyman.
dangerous to anybody.
And dangerous to
Yeah,
anybody,
yeah.
but it's
Super
look,
explosive.
Peter, like Ellis is going in there with nothing to lose. Barrett definitely needs to
He
win.
needs to win.
He needs to
Coming off
win,
2
so
losses, you know.
This is gonna be a
And the other thing, too,
violent
is
fight.
Pete's a 45er, man.
Yeah.
And we've seen Jay Ellis fight at 170. So, I mean, I don't even know what are they fighting at like 160?
I think it's at 155 or 160. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
something like that. So, I mean, Pete's definitely giving up the size there. So,
Dangerous fight.
dangerous fight.
So,
But then also we got Dan Cormier against Meffy Monterosso.
This is
Strawweight fight.
this is one of the sleeper
That's
ones.
one of the sleeper fights
Yeah,
of the night.
because-
Awesome fight.
yeah,
Dan Cormier has been just campaigning
Hamburg left.
the
Yes.
hell out of this strawweight division for
Yeah.
men.
And he's delivering.
mm-hmm.
That last flying triangle,
Yeah.
if that doesn't win submission of the year, I don't know what will.
The flying
Because it
triangle was amazing.
Perfect. the execution of it, he stuck through it. Because Whaley was almost out of it a couple of times, but he was just persistent with
Yeah.
it. He just
So
got
tough,
that
man.
squeeze going, put him
Yeah.
to sleep. Awesome.
I had him in here with
Yeah.
John Duma, and he was
Yeah.
talking about. I'm like, John, what do you say to him when he like gets the triangle? Like he goes, I just looked at Pete, and Pete goes, he knows what he's doing. So it's like, yeah, Dan's a coach and a fight.
Oh yeah,
And
totally.
he's been, like you said, he's been lobbying for this.
And he's been undersized his whole career.
Exactly.
His
He's
record,
been around for so long.
He fought friggin' Cupcakes, who we'll get to.
Yes.
I mean, and that's a big. He's a big.
He's like 35.
Yeah.
This guy's making 15.
Exactly.
And it's just
Exactly.
Yeah.
no.
And they
So-
fought to decision.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you look at his record might be, but he's fighting guys
Right.
Yes,
Now-
exactly.
way bigger than him his whole time. He's
Exactly.
hanging with them.
Yes,
That's the
exactly.
thing people forget. He's hanging with them.
Mhm.
So now that he's found a home at 115, all he needs is a couple wins, and he's going to get looked at because
Yeah.
he's up there. Meffy has the experience at 115.
Meffy's tough,
That's
man.
the difference maker in this fight. I don't know him. Never met him.
At that.
4-1 at 115.
Mm-hmm. So that's that to me is huge. When you've only
Yeah.
it's
Well, Dan
Cormier
wanted to
might
make a
have more
statement
fights.
in this
Exactly.
in this division.
And he did.
Here it is, right here.
He did, and he's got his
You know,
opportunity to make
Yeah.
another one
Yeah,
back to back.
exactly. So
So it's a fun
good for
one.
Mike Polvier for pulling this, because I was talking, Cormier I know really well, and he was talking about because he's got
Trying to get it going.
yeah, they have that page on Facebook, the 115
Right.
pound division, and he was driving that. So we were contacting each other,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, Polvier's interested. We need people
Right.
in that division." And once it gets going, man, people, you got people who
The
think
s-
about
the s-
jumping down
the
there.
snow-
You know
the
what I mean?
snowball's building.
There's
Exactly.
guys that are small enough
Exactly.
to fight at
Yes.
25.
So they have options. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you want to, you want to get there.
It's like, why not?
If you want to get there, you'll get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want them to kill themselves to get there, but
Right.
we do got.
Oh,
some
he's a 15.
fighters that- yeah.
Dan Cormier's a
Oh,
15.
but
yeah.
Dan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
definitely.
He,
But there's-
he's when you got the hamburger, when you got to break into a
Oh,
McDonald's
everything.
and steal 50 cheeseburgers
So
to make
funny.
25,
Exactly.
then you're a 15.
He's got him in his pockets when
yeah.
he gets on that scale.
Yes.
So good for Dan for getting that
That was
fight.
an awesome fight. I'm excited.
And you guys work for Flow Combat. I know you don't have their stats, but that fight or that finish got like
Yeah.
hundreds of
a
thousands
lot
of
of
views,
views, a lot
man.
of shares.
It was up to 300,000 like 3 weeks or
I love
so
it.
after they came here and
It's a
talked
great
about
one.
the fight.
I love
So,
it. That's great.
Good.
And Flow Combat should take. I think they should take full advantage. This is Dan
Yeah.
Cormier. They saw his finish.
Exactly.
They know how explosive he is. And this is 115.
Yeah.
This is a baby division. And I don't mean that for like the size. I mean
Yeah.
just how new it is.
Exactly.
How it's in
Yeah.
it's in its infancy.
And
But there's talent out there.
And the nucleus
How
is
many-
here. Where you're starting it
and
in
it's a-
CageTitans.
And this is
you
a
know?
global sport. A global sport.
Mhm.
Right.
Everybody speaks the fight language.
Mhm.
You're gonna see baseball in Russia? No. You're gonna see American football in Mexico? No. You're gonna see fights everywhere.
Everywhere.
And how many little Mexican boxers
Oh,
are
my
there
God.
that might have wrestled
Everywhere, yeah.
back in
Guys
high
fighting at
school?
108.
Yeah.
How many? Yeah.
Little boxers that are learning some jiu-jitsu want to
Yeah.
get in there and try some
Exactly.
MMA.
There's
You
talent
know?
pools
Thailand,
everywhere.
they're guys
They'll
fighting at
learn each
112,
other, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah.
I mean, you got the flyweight division that's incredibly talented and fun to watch.
And
then
we're
you got-
behind the
you're going
curve too.
back.
In the U.S.,
Yeah.
we don't sanction kids fighting. We got kids playing t-ball at 6 years old.
Yeah.
They got kids fighting Muay Thai at 4.
Exactly.
It's like they don't even walk.
Yeah.
They
And
don't
they're
even,
so
they don't-
technical
they don't-
at it, too.
They don't
They're
even
crazy.
walk, and they're already
It's
kicking
unreal.
down banana trees.
They go pro at 12.
Yeah.
Unreal, and they already
So-
got like 70 fights by
Yeah,
the time they're like
by the time they're
16.
So the sport's still
Crazy.
in its infancy. I'm a huge advocate of kids MMA, and I don't mean like kids karate and
Yeah.
hi-ya classes. Get them into wrestling. It's like how to get all the football,
Wrestling and
football,
jiu-jitsu,
baseball,
yeah.
golf,
Yeah.
any of that shit. It's like I'd give it all away if I could have gotten into jiu-jitsu.
Oh,
at 6
yeah,
years old
definitely.
instead of foot and baseball.
Yeah,
And it's
definitely.
like I love all that stuff. I still
Yeah.
love golfing. I still love football. You
Yeah.
see me on the couch on football Sunday. I don't move. You got to be dead or something.
Yeah.
Someone's got to be dying for me to move off the couch on Sunday football season. I don't move, but fighting's that much better.
It is. And it's year round. It's year round.
Mhm.
We get it, every week we get something.
is nice.
If it's not local, it's a national something
There's-
great.
there's
that
always something.
everything.
Yeah.
So it's
So
great,
this is the
man.
last weekend we just watched Glory.
Yeah,
40
we're
minutes to
watching
kills.
Glory.
Fuck it, let's watch some Glory
Yeah.
kickboxing.
It is.
It's
Isn't it
awesome.
great?
I love watching
Awesome.
Glory.
and everybody bitching about I don't like the ground game. Watch
Yeah,
more
it blows
kickboxing.
my mind because like the number one complaint for like the casual fan is like, oh, I don't want like watching them on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, then watch kickboxing. Like, why does nobody watch kickboxing?
I know.
don't get it.
And it's fun. I mean, Glory, they put on a great show,
Oh
too.
my
It's
God,
so
amazing.
cool. Yeah.
No, it's just the main. They don't give a shit. They only care
Yeah,
about the
they don't
names. They only
I
care
don't know.
about
What are they looking
some
for?
fucking clown throws a stool through a window.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
what
only
they're
big
flat.
fucking
They're looking for
fuckers give a shit about.
some drama kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Big drama show.
Big drama.
It's bullshit. I just want to see some fucking fights. That's all I care about. I don't care about talking. I don't
Big
care about
drama show.
acting. Just fights. That's it.
All right,
So, yeah.
we got a
So
bunch.
what about,
we got Sheamus. We got
Don's fight. Yeah,
Yeah,
Don's
Don
fight.
Sheamus.
Fighting Daniel Matos.
Yep. Daniel
who
Matos is a late
brown belt in
replacement.
BJJ.
And he's coming up from Gracie, Tampa. We've had a few guys from Gracie, Tampa.
Yeah.
Solid camps down there. Late replacement. He was originally supposed to fight Taylor Trahan. That fight fell through.
Yeah.
But Don will fight anybody.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
you know,
definitely.
it's always. He always cracks me up when he's ready to fight because he's such a hustler. And he just go.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
so
yeah,
full of
yeah,
energy. He
yeah,
wants to
yeah,
sell
yeah.
tickets.
I had
He
him
wants
on-
to
yeah, I
do
had him
whatever.
on here.
I listened
I love
to
it,
that
man.
podcast
Yeah.
with you and Don. It
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah, he's like
If you
business.
just let him go, man.
My
he just-
God, I
he'll
would have
just
went for
go.
hours
Yeah.
and hours
Yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Forget
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, I talked to him like an hour after the podcast too. He's like,
Yeah,
show
he's
me his
great.
book
Like,
full of
I
all
just-
this. I'm doing
I wanna-
this and doing that.
I would love to go on like a road trip with him.
Something.
Just
right?
because
Yes.
he would be fun. I don't.
He's
Yeah.
smart.
Just like
guy,
listen
man.
to him, like what,
He's
like
such a
work
smart
people
dude.
in a
He's
good
such a
way. You know,
hustler.
he's a salesman and
Yeah,
he's selling himself.
And it's like, it's smarts that you don't learn in
Yeah.
books. You can't read that kind of smarts. You're either a hustler or you're not. And Don
Exactly.
Sheamus is a hustler. It's,
Exactly.
I don't know if he's got it. He could very well be a master's degree. I don't know. I don't know him that personally, but he's just got that kind of work ethic and
Yeah.
that drive and that
Ambition.
motivation
Yeah.
behind it that you just can't teach.
Yeah.
You either have it or you don't. And he's just got it. And I
And-
love that about him.
And he does well at beating people up too.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? He's got
He's a good fighter.
two wins for Bellator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good
Coming
fight.
off a finish for Bellator.
Yeah,
And
fighting
the
a
two he
tough guy.
finishes is headlining NEFCON.
Matt Denning. he's
Yeah,
no
Denning,
joke.
exactly. And he was supposed to fight at the CageTitans card like 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, but his opponent fell through.
Yeah, I remember that.
He wanted a quick turnaround, get
Yeah, that whole
you know?
card was a nightmare. I remember.
He was,
Yeah.
We had a lot of
Crazy.
fights fall
is that
off.
right?
It sucked.
Yeah.
So
But
Shit
yeah,
happens.
no.
The show must go on.
exactly,
Always does.
You gotta do
Yeah,
it.
and it ended up being one of the best cards of the year
Yeah. Craziness.
with only 9 fights.
Yeah, that's all right
That was
though.
crazy.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
As long as
Was
they're
that the Cerrone
entertaining.
card?
No.
That was December. That was January.
This was-
that was in November,
TJ
right?
Brown fought Pete.
Yeah, that's when Cerrone showed
No.
up. That was. He showed up during the TJ
No,
Brown
Drew
fight.
Murray was there when.
No, it was TJ Brown.
Was it TJ Brown?
Because it was November.
Oh, you're right. That's when we met Cowboy.
Yeah, when he was hanging out with
So
us.
I actually saw that
He was
video
training
on
down
the plane.
Tongue or
Yes.
something like, and then
Yeah, he was
actually
filming a movie.
Oh, is that right?
And he was
so
hanging out in Plymouth, and then
now
he asked somebody.
Just by coincidence,
Right.
he was at the Cabbie Shack, which is a bar down the road. And he
Okay.
was asking around to where to see the UFC fights, because that was when GSP fought Bisbing, the three
Okay.
title fights,
Yeah.
Garbrandt for Dillashaw.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, there's actually fights going on in that building right now.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, and he just walked up. Now, he's my number one favorite athlete.
Did he have to pay to get in, or like? He just,
Nah.
Did he? How did, yeah, but how did he walks up? Who did he walk
Paul
up
Ver
right
got
to
him
the
in.
door?
Paul Ver got him in.
got him in.
Oh, he saw
Paul
it,
Ver
yeah.
got him in. And
Yeah.
dude,
He only caught like the last couple fights.
Oh, okay.
I almost cried.
But then
Yeah,
he
it
was
was
hanging
crazy.
with you guys at the after
Yeah,
party,
it was
wasn't
crazy.
he?
That
Coolest guy in
he
the
shows
world.
up at the fights, and then he was like, "Yeah, I was just looking for a place to find the UFC, and then I find like some local fights to watch." So then we're like, "Oh, well, we're gonna watch the fights at the after party."
Yeah.
So Andy grabs him, brings him to the bar.
So awesome.
And dude, everybody was handing him butt heavies. Like,
Is that right?
So,
Yeah. Everyone had a
if
selfie
you look,
with him that
you
night.
look at the picture I posted of Mikey De Silva for Table Titans this week,
Oh my
and it's a
God.
picture of him with Cerrone.
Yeah.
He's got 3 Budweisers in
That's
his
what
hands.
Cerrone does?
His eyes are so glassed over. And he's just like,
You guys are all glossed
so
up.
drunk. He was so
Welcome to New England.
He was so fucked up by the
Yeah.
end of the night. It was
Yeah,
hysterical.
I can
But the thing is, he
imagine.
was so real. He was just hanging out with all the amateur
Yeah.
fighters, anybody with a medal around. He's like, "Oh, you won tonight? Way cool, man. I remember those days." He just went on a tirade.
What
Yeah,
a
it just-
luck, him to fall into your lap.
That was-
Andy's grabbing him by the hand. Let's go to the after party.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's like, I was like, yeah, we're watching the fights at the after party. It's right down the road. If you want to join us, and he's like, following you there, brother. And I was like, fucking
awesome.
cool. This is my number one favorite. So everybody's got that celebrity list that they want to meet, and it might be like Tom Brady or Russell. I don't know, fucking Leo DiCaprio, big actors or whatnot. Oprah for some ladies. Mine's always been Donald Cerrone. Always been number one since I saw him fighting in the WEC. He was a beer drinking, adrenaline junkie. Fun to watch. It was his Benson Henderson fight that I was like, that guy's a motherfucker, and I've never seen someone fight like that. And then I was a huge fan of him throughout the UFC, and then he was just right there. The
And he
the
said,
video
"I'm
clip
going
of
at
when
it
I
right
finally
now."
saw him and he was there, and my fat self, I'm just like, oh shit, that's him!
Cerrone's in the
It
house.
was crazy because me and him were calling the fights, and somebody comes up to my ear and goes, "Cowboys here," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like what?"
Fucking cowboy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did he come and talk? Did
Yeah,
he
we talked
come
to
over
him.
and chat?
Yeah, he came over, and I don't remember what I said to him until I watched the video, but he talked on the camera for a little bit, and
Oh,
we wrapped it up, and then we
cool.
just hung out all
Excellent.
night, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Excellent.
So, anyways, what else we got?
Oh, I want to talk
Uh,
about Dion Rubio.
Yes, that's another great fight. Dion Rubio against.
He's going against
Jarrell.
Jarrell.
Which I know both of these fighters very well.
Yes.
Jarrell, I think the last time he fought MMA was for CES in
Yep.
April.
CS in Boston, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Amateur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. When did they had
They do
CES
that.
as amateur in Mass. When
Yeah.
they go to Mass.
I
What
didn't know
was
that.
I forgot what
Well,
that was. Some.
So I remember he
award or
fought Zach
that was-
Sabatino.
The Beverly.
Beverly,
Theater or whatever.
yeah, the
North Shore
Beverly.
Music Theater.
something, which was beautiful to
I've
watch.
never been.
But it was,
I would love
it's
to go.
gorgeous in there.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
would go
you
back
know, it's
there. I'd like
nice
to
and
do that.
round, you know, but
Yeah.
you're right, it's like
It
almost
looks
like a round movie theater that I
Yeah.
felt like. It was that comfortable, but
Right.
you know, you round the cage.
Because it's
But-
like a dome.
Yes,
right?
exactly,
the
and it was
cage
like,
is
we're
in the
right
middle.
there.
That's cool.
And it's like, it's weird, because it's just the seating in there was really nice to watch the cage. Like nothing
Mhm.
was too high, low, it was like just
Mhm.
perfect. It was like right at you, but
Right.
I saw Jarrell in there. Hell of a fighter there.
Right.
Fought for Lion Fight.
Yep.
I've seen him
I've
fight
seen him
for
fight a
Lion
Lion
Fight.
I saw him fight Zach Sabatino, who was a
he
champ,
fought
and now he's an
Zach
undefeated
Sabatino.
pro, and he went the distance with him, the first guy to do it.
Great
Jarrell?
fighter.
Talented, athletic, and he's just built.
I'm not
And
sure
he's
what
fun to
camp, but
watch.
you know, he trains with some beasts.
Yeah.
Why
there.
is that?
Kimball,
It's blanking
I
on
think
me too.
Michael Kimball.
The team
that
is
way.
escaping me at the moment. But yeah, he trains with
Yeah,
Mike
cross
Kimball.
trainings. He's all over there.
I think they all train with Tom Egan up there.
And Dion is
Um,
just
but yeah, Dion coming from
impressed the hell out of me. I've only seen him
Triforce,
one
yeah.
fight. Triforce, great camp. Just the durability and the tenacity he showed, and the resilience of that guillotine. You know, you could just tell he's a complete fighter. And I caught up with him a couple times since that fight leading up to this one, and you could just tell that he knows what
Yeah.
he's doing in there. So it's fun to see him 1-0. He's had a taste for it,
Yeah.
and now he's got another big test. Because Billy Goff,
He's on a
he's gone a two-fight win streak since
right?
then.
Billy
Yeah.
Goff.
He's
Because
got
he
two
looked
wins in a
good
row.
in that fight against Dion too.
Yeah, he was
beat the
doing
piss out of
well
him.
in that
kid's
fight, and
team.
Dion caught him, right?
Yeah.
And some, but like
It was a cross-side
Beautiful.
guillotine, yeah, it was power
Beautiful.
guillotine. Beautiful.
he put him to sleep on like
Yes,
in
yes,
on
yes,
his
yes.
all
It
fours.
was the end of the
Wasn't it?
round too, because
Yeah.
we didn't even know what happened, but the bell sounded and you just saw
And he
Billy
let
was
go.
he was just laying
Yeah,
on
just-
Dion.
While
and
Dion's
then-
like this, with his hand up.
and
He
we're
just
like,
can't
what's
move.
going on? And then I'm like, he's out, he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was
Good
good.
for him.
So,
Good for him. And that was at 160 pounds, I think.
yeah.
That was
I think
at
this is at
155.
155. So this
Yeah.
is a more natural weight, I think,
Yeah, I think so.
for Dion. And you know, great fight. I don't know what's going to go on here. I think knowing. I
Well, we got
want to
our-
say,
well, we got
it's
our-
going to be
we got-
stand up to
well,
a floor. You know,
we
there's
got
going to be.
we got a Sit Your Tongue debut coming in as well with Lucas Stavropoulos taking on a guy that we know a little pretty well, Johnny Clark.
Down the
Another
board.
BST guy who was
One of our
1-0.
guys.
And, those two lightweight fights right there.
Yeah, we're hoping to
Let's
make a
see.
little tournament
Is
there.
that right?
Who the
So,
winners
yeah,
fight
I'm
and-
hoping, you know.
I saw. Yeah, you guys were
John's-
talking about
yeah,
that.
John's got a
couple
tough
of
fight.
fights.
You know, this kid coming from City of Tongue. But, you know, the winner of that gets the winner of Dion and Jarrell, and the winner of that gets OB, hopefully.
That's what I heard him talking about. Yeah, he was like, "Oh,
I'm
this
not
is
mad at that
cool.
idea.
Yeah, he was
I'm
all in
into
for
the
that.
idea,
He's like,
man.
oh,
I don't know
because
how.
he was talking a little bit about Dion, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's only got, he's got one win, so he's got to get, this one.
Right.
You can get a title fight with 2-0.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have the
yeah.
right two.
He's gonna do
so-
it again this time.
So the way that maps out, you got a 1-0, you got a 2-1, you got 2 1-0s, a 2-1, and an 0-0 coming from a great camp.
Yeah.
Right.
All in this little pool.
So they're all in the mix.
They're all in the
Great,
mix right
great.
there. So
And you got
Whoever-
on the
whoever-
sidelines
the
just
first-
looking at.
whoever's the
No,
first
he
of 2
broke his
wins.
hand.
Yeah, he's
so
nursing a
he's
broken
on
hand, so he
Yeah.
can sit out and
He's
watch
sit-
and
he's sitting
see
out.
who's
See it
going.
unfold.
Yeah, good. But you had the dude from Redline at 135 who wants to go to one. You
Yeah,
talked about
Jacobo.
155.
He's got to get that 45 belt.
Yeah,
first,
exactly,
and
but-
the 35.
Yeah.
So
He's
that-
he's got
he
a
wants to
lot.
be a four-time champ.
That's unreal.
Only been done once.
Well,
Oh,
No,
right.
only been it hasn't been
Wow.
done before. Only three division champs. Only been done once. And
Chris
he's
is
just,
the only one.
yep.
He's the only one to have more than one belt.
He's in a league of his own.
Interesting for
Chris
Cage
Martino.
Titans,
Chris-
man. They got
Chris
a lot
had
of
3
stuff
belts.
going
No
with these
one's come even
these
close.
belts
The
and,
champ to be
and,
champ.
and lot of action going
Yeah,
on there.
totally.
A lot of drama,
This
which we're
card
not
is-
into,
this
but
card-
I don't like drama in any
Yeah.
aspect of my life.
Yeah.
When it comes to family, work, I don't fucking care for it.
Yeah.
I got no
This
time
whole
for it.
card
It's
is
just a headache.
ridiculous.
Just get shit done. Whether it's a fight, whether it's work, whether it's Christmas, doesn't matter. Just get it done with the smile on your face. I don't want any of this
Yeah.
fucking mumbo jumbo shit in the sideways. It's a headache.
he wants to make a new reality show out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he got
got
a
it for
frame.
yourself.
I like that. No, I like the frames. Looks good.
Yeah, they're the cheapest thing. They're Walmart specials, man.
Nice.
Love it,
It's just-
man.
Very nice.
Like this, yeah. There's your teammates all over the place.
Love it.
I got.
I like this too. I like
What's
that's
that?
a nice touch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got one over there for
That's
one.
awesome.
Yeah, I
You need
needed to like.
You need
I-
signatures?
yeah, look at there you go.
Where's your pen?
Yeah. What are we signing?
We're signing today.
Yeah, what do you? Oh, you're signing this one in the front.
Oh, all right, yeah,
Okay,
all right.
I just put it up there so
For sure.
everyone know it can see whatever. But I'll
Yeah.
take that out, and you guys will be signing that out of there.
But
we
yeah,
gotta-
to get back to this card,
Yeah,
man, this whole
that's-
card's ridiculous.
Yeah, I
How
love
many
it. So
fights
it's
on this
There's-
card?
what are we at?
18?
18 right now?
18, 19?
I believe we're at 18.
I don't know,
And
but
it's starting at what time is
We
the
start at
fight?
6.
All right.
first fight's at 6. You're gonna see my fat head and this handsome devil. Our faces up on the thing
Right,
at
up on the big
5:45.
screen.
Sharp.
Right there.
Once you see our
I'm leaving
faces,
right from work and
get-
going right there.
Once you see our faces on there, get in your seats because the fights are about to start. So,
When I go, I sit with all the fans and I move around
Yeah.
all around.
I used to. I
Yeah.
remember those days. I used to get so drunk up there. Oh my god, I used to get fucked up. The beer girls
It's
miss
nice
me.
up there.
They've missed me
Yeah.
because I used to go to the Sun Dynasty, Sun Garden?
Dynasty.
Sun Dynasty.
Get a few Mai
I
Tai.
would be-
I'd be pre-gaming on the way down.
Primed
I
up,
was
ready.
like alcoholic,
Yeah.
going fight night. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about anybody else in the car, just my teammates,
That's
and I
it.
want to not care what kind of words I'm vomiting out.
Yeah.
I'd be so fucked up. I'd be drinking I'd have 5 Mai Tais. Go in there with $100 in cash and just spend it all on beer and just be thrown back.
This is
nonstop.
my
Gone.
my night out right
Ah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the
That's
days.
how I
no
am
more
when I
though.
go. Well, Cage Titans, it's I don't really work it as media when I go there. I go there to enjoy the fights
Right.
and hang with the crowd and hang with the fighters. You
Yeah.
know.
Johnny Shenrick, when's
When's
when am I
Andy fighting?
I'm
August.
I'm aiming for August. I haven't been training as much as I'd like to even think about
Guys
considering
flying
myself
all
in
over
a
the
fight
place
camp.
for work. So.
But the weight's going down. No drinking. Dieting pretty good. Even just ignore the
I
burger thing.
remember that too. John B just said, I remember Andy got so drunk he rapped a whole Ludacris song.
I did.
Was it Ludacris? No.
It was ludicrous. It was ludicrous. It was stand up.
It was
Because I remember it was one of those songs I hadn't heard in years, but I still remember the music video being on MTV every other hour, and I just remember the first verse. I was so fucked up, and I remember B coming up to me afterwards. Was like, man, you were so hammered. We were walking this guy out. I look up, and there you rapping ludicrous verbatim up there. I don't listen to that.
You just knew it though. It came to you.
Yeah.
How do you keep that? You're such a passionate fan.
Yeah.
You used to, go nutty there. How do you keep it all in check now that you're going to be that guy at the cage?
I don't keep it in check.
It just stays in one spot when
I'm
he
just
does
stone
it.
cold sober. I don't swear, and I don't
Yeah.
cheer for anybody.
Yeah.
And
That's hard.
It's just tough.
It is.
That's
It is
hard.
tough. So
Even
it's-
as media, when I'm
Yeah.
I'm sitting watching
Right.
at CES,
So-
I'm like,
I have my friends who I've met through here.
Yeah.
And like
I've-
I
we
have
have that
friends of mine that fight each other.
Yeah.
we
That you gotta be-
exactly.
That's the hardest.
That's
part,
the toughest thing.
You got a
Um,
teammate fighting this time.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's tough for me because I'm shitting my
That's always
pants
tough.
Yeah.
when they're walking out.
Right,
And
because
so-
I always get so nervous when I watch my friends
Mhm.
fight.
Yeah.
So like, you know, having to talk about the fight
Yeah.
as it's going on.
And if they're losing, it's you know
Yeah,
if they're not
it's
doing
like-
well in the
Well,
fight, you're like, oh
well,
but
man.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
When
You
it's
gotta
going
keep it
on.
professional, you know.
When it's going on, it's not a big deal for me
Yeah.
because I don't mind talking about a friend of mine and what he could be doing better in there, what he needs to
Right.
do to get out of a bad spot. I don't mind being critical in that aspect of it. But when a teammate of mine, a guy who I've been involved in the training camp for the whole time, like John Clark in his last fight, is fighting a guy who I've called his fights and have come to love as a man in Ryan Dunn. But I don't
Yeah.
train with him. I don't have that kind of bond with
Yeah.
him. But Ryan Dunn is such a great
Such a good
person,
He
dude.
is a really
I
good guy.
love
talked to
running
him
into that
Messenger,
kid. I
yeah.
love that guy, man.
Yeah.
I
Very
mean,
humble and
it's-
very,
yeah.
you know, modest.
And
modest,
I know,
modest.
and I know my teammate's going in there with the intent to kill him with his
Yeah.
bare hands, and
Yeah.
that he's gonna try and kill my teammate with the bare hands. So
Yeah.
when it comes to a matchup like that, it's like I won't lie about it. And I told Don, I'm like, listen, dude, you're fighting my teammate. I gotta root for my teammate. The commentary is gonna be completely unbiased as always, but it's like I got fighters messaging me all the time about like, yeah, I don't know, what do you think about this fight? You're friends with him, right? I'm like, yeah, I am, but I'm not gonna give you my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I
On it.
can't, you know.
Nobody, not even he knows who I think's gonna win the
Yeah.
fight. So it's just I have those thoughts, but when it comes to commentary, and I don't like expressing any kind of bias any which way. You know, when I'm training a teammate, I'm a teammate first,
Oh, of
commentator
course,
second.
of course.
I'm trying to get you to
I mean-
to a point where you're gonna smash this kid, even if I do
Exactly.
like him. But fight night, listen, man, I gotta pretend for a few minutes. that I've
Exactly.
never
Yeah. I
even
mean,
trained
look
with
at you know
before.
you got
So-
just for example one of the biggest guy right there, Joe Rogan.
Like,
I mean, he hands trains with a big percentage
Yeah,
of the
and he has
fighters
to
that he
fight-
has to.
and he's had
you
so
know?
many opponents on his podcast.
Exactly.
So he's friends with all of them, and I use that for inspiration.
Yeah.
Like knowing that just how his demeanor is with certain fighters and how he
Exactly.
calls it. So I love that
And
about
then
him, and he's so
you know
open about
he's
it.
not afraid to tell him
Oh,
just the
yeah.
way it is afterwards.
Tell
Like
it
you know what I
is.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I find comfort in that too because I like when he apologized about his criticisms of the Khabib fight and how he got some bad. Why? You've been commentating
Yeah,
longer
you
than
gotta
Khabib.
Actually, he apologized.
He,
Did he?
he did, but I don't think he needed to. He was being critical.
Exactly.
Of the guy.
There was a crack in the armor. You seen right?
Yeah, so
In
I have no
some way.
problem. It's
You
as a
call it,
fighter.
you see it.
It's as a fighter.
Yeah.
If I'm listening to
You gotta say.
I
what
meant to do
comes-
that.
Wow,
If
you're
I'm
stronger
listening,
than you thought.
You gotta say what comes natural.
and if I'm listening to Joe Rogan commentate my fights, like Mitch Raposo said it, because I felt bad after his fight because I felt I was a little too critical.
I know,
And
yeah.
who am I
Now, who
to
said
be
that?
critical?
Okay, like, did he say something?
Yeah, he
or-
was like he appreciated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "No, you
Oh,
guys
okay.
are dead on. You
Yeah,
guys are
Use it
100%
as-
right.
Yeah,
you guys
he
are
said he
appreciative."
used it as inspiration.
So, so when I hear that, that kind of
we were pretty hard on him on
Yeah.
the last fight.
just because I know the potential,
Right.
Yeah.
and
I know what he's capable of.
and just seeing him not take the risk, not to pick on him, but that's like the only example I have of anybody
understand.
I've actually been
Right
critical
now,
of. Because I'm not the best fighter. I can't even throw a head kick. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
horrible. I'm fat.
But
I'm
you,
slow.
you know, you see and know,
And-
you better ride it along.
Yeah,
Enough, you know.
that's it. I'm
Yeah.
such an observer of it, and when I watch fights, I don't watch fights. I study fights,
Mhm.
and I might not be able to execute on it physically, but that's just I love the
Exactly.
watching the
You-
chess match of it. The same thing in
you
football.
analyze them,
I don't
you
give a
know.
shit about the flashy touchdowns.
Yeah.
I could give two shits less about stupid fantasy stats. I'm watching, you know, how the hole's being made in the offensive line, who's picking up what assignments, you know, are they figuring out what zone, the coverages. I'm looking into the details, what's going on behind the scenes, and not the flashy stuff that
Exactly.
might just be attractive to look at. I'm looking at how is the game plan executed better. And same thing with fighting. So.
Excellent. Who else we got?
Heck
Are we,
yeah.
like,
What about Johnny Cupcakes?
Oh, that's
He's
right. We
too.
mentioned him.
And
He's
Seth
fighting
Rollins-
at
Oslo.
bantamweight. What's he fight at? 135.
35.
What is he? Is it? You know, he fought
fought-
Cormier at 125.
right.
So what's?
He's fought 35
He's a
for
big-
the
big
majority
dude,
of
right?
his career.
Alright.
But I think, there's been a lot of times where his intent has been like, he wants to make the move to 25.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's fought at 25 a few times. He's fought at 130. But But I feel like 135 just it's
That's
just
it.
easier for him to make and get in there. So he's fighting Seth Bosler, who fought Manny, the last card. No,
Yeah,
Yep,
who doesn't-
last card.
yep, last card. So I
Who
mean,
doesn't lose to me?
yeah, exactly. So another tough
That's not
guy.
a gauge on how good
Yeah,
he is.
another
so.
tough out of state
Yeah.
guy. He always comes. He's gonna bring it, and that's definitely another one to look forward to. Johnny's always just. I love watching Johnny fight. He's always fun to watch. So.
And he's a he's a
Yeah,
character,
he's a
and like
character.
he's
Yeah.
out there here and there on some of this stuff. I love it.
Bosler was just so
Super nice guy too.
Yeah.
so relaxed when he
Yeah.
knew he took it on short notice against Manny at the weigh-ins. He's just so like, I just want to throw my hands. I want to fight the best.
Yeah.
I want to look back at my career and know I fought the best.
Yeah.
And that's a great mentality to have, especially if you're the traveler. And Cupcakes has a lot of momentum going behind him.
Yeah.
But Seth Bosler does not give a fuck. He's coming in to fight.
Yeah,
He's coming in to throw
exactly.
hands. He's coming in to knock you out. So it's a great matchup between two other class acts. And that's the thing I love about this game. It's just meeting some of the people.
Oh my God, yeah. And then, I mean, you got your characters, and then you think they're something, and they come in and they're the most humble, and you become friends with them. You
Love
know what I mean? Just hanging out with them. So
I love it.
It's another good
We've
one.
been going an hour and a half. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
flying by.
it says I joined. I
What else
remember
we
that.
got?
Yeah, there's a bunch of good fights on here.
We got Jay Perrin's coming back.
Oh, that's right,
It's another
Perrin.
City Tongue guy.
That's who I was when I was talking to Dan. That's who I met. Jay Perrin had his debut for Cage Titans that
Last
last
card.
time.
No.
And,
really good.
Yeah, he's really. I seen him. I interviewed him when he was fighting. I think he was fighting at the Combat Zone. I want to say.
Yep, he fought a comment too.
But he had fought at Bellator before that.
Okay.
And he lost, but
Right.
he was beating the kid. I seen the whole. He got caught in a submission, I think. But he was putting a hurt, and he was doing, very well against the kid.
Mhm.
And after I saw him fight, I was like, wow, this kid's really good too. Too bad he lost. I knew he was come from City Out of Town.
Yep.
And then, I talked to him, and then he was fighting at Combat Zone.
Yep.
Had a great fight there, and then he fought for Cage Titans, which I
Right.
was like, oh, awesome. And then he put out, he submitted a BJJ brown belt dude
something
there.
like that guy was legit.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, he's fighting Sean Rawl. Where does he that guy from?
He fought Jeff Perez.
Yeah,
He's
he
from,
fought
he's from
Jeff
Ohio.
Perez. He's from Ohio. Yeah, and he's 2-1 right now. He was 1-0 going into Jeff Perez. Lost to Jeff Perez. Went and got another win. Now he's coming back to fight Jay. So that's another good fight. 2-1 versus 5-3. So that's a good matchup.
That pretty much does it. I mean, the rest is...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to pick out any highlights you got.
No, I'm pretty much. Oh, he's fighting William.
William Grosstuck.
Didn't he fight Raposa last
he
fight?
fought
All
Raposa
right.
last
I
one.
like that kid. He's a.
Yeah.
And that's, that's an
he's a
interesting fight.
scrap.
Because
He's
Well,
scrap.
it's-
So
what's
Will
Garrett
Grosstuck fighting Garrett Jackson.
Garrett Jackson making his debut. That's a tough fight for anybody's
what was
debut.
his gym?
I
I forget what his gym was, but his gym is legit.
It's
and
legit.
Apparently, he's like a beast in the gym. So,
Yeah.
even though Will Grosstuck's 2-2 fighting a debut, but I mean those debut guys, you never know
Exactly.
what
You don't
you're
know
gonna
where you
get.
got. You got guys, coming from FAA. You got guys from all over. You got the
Yeah.
best camps.
I forget.
It's not a terrible
I
camp
feel bad
that
for
fights on
forgetting
that
his camp.
card.
I have it somewhere. I gotta
forgot
pull
what
up
it
the
was.
email. I got it somewhere. Don't worry about it. Where the hell is it? Oh, I got it. I got it. Come on.
But yeah, Will looked good in that fight against Mitch. He just, he couldn't really get any momentum going.
Yeah.
Mitch
And that's
is
the
just-
fight you were talking about.
Right.
That
And
Mitch
Mitch is
didn't-
just so good at taking people down and just controlling you and shutting
Yeah.
you down. So it was just a tough fight for him. Tough matchup. Got it,
Looking for it.
maybe. And another one, Aaron Hughes is
Oh
fighting too.
my, Aaron Hughes, yeah.
He's fighting Stavros. Stavros is another red line guy, 2-2. So that's a really good matchup right there.
Yeah, Aaron had his first win for Ammo.
Yep.
He's with Team Regiment,
Regiment.
good
Very
gym.
good team.
So yeah, he wanted this fight too. He called
Yes,
this
he
fight
called him
around
out.
at Cage Table Titans,
Yep.
correct?
He called him out.
It's from Excel BJJ. Is Garrett
Excel
Jackson.
BJJ,
Excel
Garrett Jackson.
Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. So that's what it is.
So there's
sorry,
gonna be a
sorry,
scrappy
Excel.
hobby on
It's
the-
a new camp to my
Probably
brain.
gonna be a ground war,
Kind
honestly.
of like the Mitch fight.
Yeah, because Will Grostock, he's got 2 wins by armbar, so
Yeah.
he's
I
very-
like watching that kid. He's
yes,
so
very fun to watch.
yeah. He's
Explosive.
yes, exactly. But
I agree, B. Great card.
But yeah,
Great card.
Aaron's fight is a good one.
we're talking. Yeah, Aaron, good for he's fighting. He actually, when I interviewed him, he was talking about that. He went down and he trained. He sparred with them a little bit. Actually, his
Oh,
opponent.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
And I
yeah.
go, I asked him, I go, how do you feel about, you got a little inside word on him, and also his opponent's got it on him.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't want to talk any shit, you know what I mean? He was like, but he goes, I'm pretty confident in my fight, so I like that. So it was a little bit, and that's
Stavros,
Mitch's.
love it.
That's Mitch's.
Stavros
Mitch's,
is a tough dude,
That's
man.
right.
This is
Don
a tough
Shane has
guy,
talked
man.
about how good that
He's
he
long
is.
and he's lanky and he uses
Yeah.
it. It's a tough fight for anybody.
Yeah.
So, listen, you can't. I like both of them, man. They're both good guys.
Yeah.
I want to see them throw down. So it's a good fight. And Stavros coming off a loss. He needs a win to really
Yeah.
get momentum if he wants to stay relevant. And Aaron starting off on 1-3.
Yes.
2 and 3 is a big jump up. You've been in that situation.
Exactly.
You know what it's
Right.
like. You've come from a, I don't want to call it a pit because that seems too harsh, but
Yeah.
you've kind of been in that pit, I guess.
Mhm.
And then you know what it's like to climb out. It's doable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aaron definitely needs to capitalize
Yeah.
on it now because 1 and 4 is tough to do, to dig out of. Possible,
I did
but
it.
2 and 3 is very possible. I didn't say it's impossible,
Yeah.
but it's a lot easier to
Yeah.
do it out of 2 and 3
I
than
went from
1 and
1
4.
and
So.
4 to 5 and 4.
There you
With
go.
a title.
There you go.
But yeah, just looking at the card, couple. What else we got?
Yeah, we're actually almost done with it, right? Or,
That's
Not
it.
much. I mean, there's a few other amateur fights.
Florin Kakaku versus Brian Harrington.
That's right, Harrington out of
Another red line guy
yeah,
fighting South Shore.
And South Shore,
Yeah.
Harrington's a beast,
No
that
neck.
kid. I met him at
The Bricks Hit House.
I met him.
As
I
they call
actually
it.
interviewed him at the mall.
Oh, yeah. Media
The
day?
first one I think they had there.
You talk to him, you wouldn't think he's a fighter.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He's just like
He's
he's just this
he's
big
goofy.
dude. He's just kind
Yeah.
of like, hey, how's it going?
He's so
Yeah.
funny.
Just friendly and just cool.
Friendly,
I like
yeah,
to
super
hang
nice
out,
guy.
drink beers, and he's just such a cool, relaxed guy.
Yeah,
Got a beast
He's a
athlete.
monster.
Yeah,
he's
he
a
is.
monster. I don't know Florin Kakaku, but coming out of red line, big guy like that, it's I'm looking forward to meeting him.
what weight they fight now?
That's at 190.
Yeah. And that's about it. That's the only. That's it.
Yeah.
What is Harrington? 2-0. What is he? 2-0.
3-0.
3-0. Good for him.
Yeah, so that's
Come out of a great
that's
camp.
Pretty
That's
much,
pretty
all
much
the
it.
big
I mean, there are a
ones.
couple of debuting guys
Yeah,
fighting
a
each
couple
other,
other
but
guys, but
Awesome.
I mean,
we
I don't mind
covered
to select
the
the names.
real,
Yeah,
the
we
real
covered the
meat.
big fights.
And you guys
so.
did that Table Titans on Monday.
Yeah, we did a full fight card breakdown. So
Yeah.
if you want to check that out on our SoundCloud on CageTitans.
Excellent. Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
guys are on SoundCloud now.
brand new
Yes.
SoundCloud.
So we just started doing that, so people will be able to watch the episodes on demand after the fact rather than just Facebook.
Excellent.
So
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't have Facebook. So.
And not everybody can catch it live.
Yeah.
And if you try to watch it on Facebook Live the day
Yeah.
after, it's not great. So
Yeah, I understand.
I was like, we got to do something. So
and
yeah,
it sounds
SoundCloud.
great.
And the quality's great. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
So
You-
for sure, check that out.
You're branching out with that, and that's every Monday. You have
Every
Table
Monday we
Titans.
do Table Titans.
What time does that start usually?
We usually do it
Depends.
around 8, but
Yeah.
Sometimes
We're sorry, we're all
sometimes
saying a
9:30.
certain time, but it's
I know.
15 minutes, 20 minutes.
yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
So you never know.
Excellent, man. And
But yeah.
you got tomorrow. Is tomorrow kind of off for you guys? Like,
No,
or you're
I gotta-
getting
I gotta-
ready to.
I gotta
Yeah.
work.
I got a full day tomorrow,
Yeah.
full steam
Yeah,
ahead. I'm hustling this week, but I got Friday off.
And then Friday we're going to the lands.
I got
Oh,
Friday.
which is at Pins.
And that's
Yes.
going to be live.
That'll
Facebook
be live on
Live.
Facebook Live.
All right, awesome. I'll be sharing that.
That'll be
That'll be
broadcasted, but you want to be there for this one.
I
Yeah,
gotta
pretty
work. I gotta
Yeah.
work.
But yeah, if
Jobs.
I know, don't they
know.
suck,
I
man?
know what the
you
fuck.
got nothing to do on Friday afternoon, come see us at Pins.
And then I'll be around a bowl afterwards too. I'm
Yeah,
not
we're
that
gonna be
good,
hanging out.
but I bowl.
Where's that located?
Pins in Kingston.
That's cool. It's a bowling alley, so people could just, afterwards.
But I will fuck anyone up in that basketball
That
game.
little
Yeah,
net
the
thing in the
arcade
center.
game,
Yeah.
arcade
Is that
basketball,
right?
yeah,
You're just
yeah.
like a
Paul-
machine.
Polver beat
Polver's
me. He's pretty good. He beat me, but I was on an off day. I'll beat him. I'll beat him on Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Excellent, man.
Yeah,
Well, we went
yeah.
out for a friggin'
Yeah.
while, man.
Yeah, man. It's
Almost
long.
2
A
hours.
long time. There's still is people sleeping?
We
Or
still
what?
got 4 people watching. Thanks for
Johnson.
hanging out. Guys.
Absolutely, much appreciated.
Whose ground
I
game
heard
is
his
really
ground
good?
game is pretty.
Oh, I don't know. We
We
lost
could be talking about like
lost track.
people
That's
seven.
Well, like we were
feet
talking
away.
about, trying to like not
Yeah,
to say anything
delay.
against the commenters, but I
Yeah.
like the flow of the conversation.
It's
just
nice.
talking
Like,
face to face.
sometimes I have
I
somebody-
love having
Yeah.
commenters on, but it's when you break it down, you just
Yeah.
go into every single one of them.
Right.
We love you. We love you all. but-
Sometimes we have somebody just sitting in the corner that's reading the feeds. If something
Good.
really
Yeah, that's a
interesting,
good
that's
idea.
when
Young-
they
young
throw 'em
Jamie.
at you.
Pull that up, young Jamie.
All right.
Hey,
I thank you
course.
so
Wrap this
much.
thing up.
for having us on. Absolutely. It was a
Thank you
blast.
for coming on,
This
man.
was fun, man.
blast.
This, I mean,
anytime you
My
want to talk
second
fights,
time
just
in
let
the
me know.
room.
I know. I mean, well,
Two
it's
for two
evolved
here.
more. I mean,
Love it.
I got a.
Oh, this is great. I love it, man. I love it. I like
Love
the
this,
setup of the mats in the
Yeah.
background. You got a good spot. I
Yeah,
like
just
it.
rip them
fun.
out and
It
we
was
can
fun.
roll around.
Appreciate
and
it.
around.
Did you like set it up with all BST fighters just because we were coming down?
Well,
or is that
actually,
just-
what did I do?
I think that
I was doing I was doing
I
something.
think
CS
you said
breakdown
like
or something.
this was like your first when you just had the idea.
Yeah, you
just
guys
happened to be
signed all the
first
pictures.
ones.
I put them up for the first
Yeah.
time. So
he was like, yeah, I want to have.
So I'm not. But the
every
cool thing is, I can move them around if I
fighter.
want. You
Yeah.
know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I mean?
totally.
Awesome.
So that I just pinned up. Just it's a work in progress. I got someone coming in to help. Hopefully, hook up the sound so these actually work. And
I like
crisp
The
and-
mic.
I got 'em- I
The
got
mic
everything.
looks so professional.
Doesn't he look
I
so
love it.
I
fun?
love it.
But it doesn't do anything. Look.
But it's not even connected.
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I want one.
It just looks cool though.
It's awesome though.
But yeah.
That's
See-
all
All right,
right.
let's wrap this thing.
All
up.
right.
See
Well,
everybody Friday, Saturday, Cage Titans weigh-ins. We'll be there.
All right. You guys will be doing it live on Flow Combat.
Plymouth Memorial Hall's where you gotta be.
Yep.
That
Can't
it
be
is.
there. Get on Flow Combat because we will be live on Flow Combat.
It's just
So
about,
worth
it's
it.
sold out, isn't it? About
It's
sold
just about
out.
sold out. So
Fighters
you
still
gotta,
have tickets.
you gotta hit up your fighters.
Yeah, hit the fighters up for the tickets.
That's the only way you're gonna get tickets right now.
And
is
if not,
fighters.
you got to get that Flow Combat subscription.
Get on
Exactly.
Flow
Totally
Combat,
worth it.
people.
Totally worth it.
They
and
show
if you
every
want to hear
fight,
us
is it
freak
every
out live,
fight? It's Flow Combat.
The entire card, yeah.
So you got 18 fights at
Exactly.
every.
Starts
so
at,
that's
worth
good for
starts
them.
at 6 o'clock.
Great.
so
Whole
worth it.
shows on there.
Awesome.
So there you go.
Awesome.
So-
Well, again,
Ooh.
thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
I'll be talking to you
Soon.
soon because there'll be some
Sooner
some
rather
news
than
coming
later.
out. I'll be seeing you at the fights anyway. I'll
Oh,
come
yeah,
down and say
absolutely.
hi.
Might involve
If they
New
let
York.
me down that area, I'll come
you'll
down
be
and say
fine.
hi.
Anybody
Um,
can come down and say hi.
Alright.
But with that said, thank you so much
Next
for
time
coming
I'll be
on.
on here, I
Appreciate
might
it.
be talking about something in New York.
Oh my God, you're spilling
So-
the beans too much.
I'm not spilling the beans. I'm giving the teaser.
These are the beans. You spilled them.
I didn't spill. Look, it went up to 5 people when you said that.
you just you increased viewership by 20%.
You heard it.
So you heard it here first.
Richie's coming to talk to me when he got some news.
Yes.
Ooh,
The
shit.
news should be coming
We'll come
soon.
on with Julio.
Very soon.
We'll come on with Julio.
All right, let's
All
get
right,
out of
we
here.
out
Thanks,
here.
guys.
We all gonna pee.